The views and opinions expressed are those of the panelists and do not reflect in any way those of the podcast partners, sponsors, or affiliates. Enjoy.
ThaBoxingvoice.com.
Wladimir Productions.
I must be the greatest.
Let's get that done.
I've been here before and I know what it takes. Hard work, dedication. ThaBoxingvoice.com. Mayweather's PPV is the best.
Win, lose, or draw, we coming to fight. Ain't nobody take that away. We're coming to fight.
They do what they can, I do what I want.
When you look at how he throws that left hook, it starts out really low. We're going to see what kind of character he is.
Oh, and the lefts and rights by Maidana. And it's all Marcos Maidana here. A lot of those punches off his shoulder. I think anybody out there listening or the key, anybody think that that's a dangerous deal to make. I think it's a perfect deal.
ThaBoxingvoice.com.
15 minutes. Can you be strong for 15 minutes? Can you? Listen, the concentration is leaving a little bit. Pick it up. Pick it up.
Good morning, TBV, and welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another morning edition of the Boxing Voice Radio. I am your host, Nestor Gibbs. Find me on Instagram and Twitter at NestGTO. We're back with another glorious morning. If you're awake, you should be happy. Thank God. Now, I can't say the same for the news that we're going to report. Dominic Breazeale, Deontay Wilder. Rumors are indicating that this fight is headed towards Showtime pay-per-view. Chess, not checkers, as Dazn and ESPN pushing Showtime to do drastic measures here. I mean, I feel like this has to be a Deontay Wilder put my foot down type of thing. Like, hey, ESPN's offering me this. I was supposed to get this if I would have fought Tyson Fury on your network. Man, I'm a free agent. Show me the money, Jerry Maguire style. But yeah, this is what we're going to be talking about. You know the number to call in, 1-425-569-5241. Add Nestor Gibbs on Skype. Download that app anywhere on the iPhone market or the Android app share market. And you can call us up free while you're there. Download the Patreon app because you don't want to miss today's betting show, which will be a little earlier as Anthony Yard is fighting at 1 p.m. Eastern time. So we are going to be doing our betting show earlier. One of them, we've decided to do multiple betting shows as people's pockets keep getting fatter. More research needs to be done and hence more hours put into the betting show. But so far, a success. I got a free vacation. Mike went to see his daughter and have a shopping spree on FanDuel and 5 Dimes. So join us and get your money right. Let's get on out to our panelists.
ThaBoxingvoice.com.
I've been doing this. I ain't been up and fell off. I've been through the Lennox Lewis era, the Nassim Hamed era, the Sugar Shane Moses era, the Oscar De La Hoya era, Mark Anthony Barrera. I've been through all the eras, and I still been
How much you talking? You do too much talking. The thing is this.
People want their subjective preference to be the objective reality.
HBO needs to fire you. You don't know shit about boxing.
ThaBoxingvoice.com.
Good morning. Yo, things are heating up. Trust me. We know about the Triple G signing the Dazn. We're definitely going to talk about that. Maybe a little bit in this show or maybe to a whole different show. So we're aware. Big signing. Big drama show. Big drama signing. But right now we're going to talk about the Showtime pay-per-view with Deontay Wilder, Breazeale. Maybe what's good for the fighters aren't good with the fans. There's no official announcement, but there's a lot of reports talking about this pay-per-view signing, which means US dollar signs, a lot of money. So this might be 75, 100. We can speculate. But in reports that Deontay Wilder is supposed to get 8 figures on this fight. So we'll go into all the details. And what do you guys think? You guys think this is bad? Should put it on just regular Showtime? Or is justifiable? Deontay Wilder is officially a pay-per-view star? We'll see. But I'll pass on to my other co-host on the left of me.
I speak it, believe it, receive it. Speak it, believe it, receive it. Speak it, believe it, receive it. I can't say it enough. I speak it, believe it.
2 attempts, handed bands over. Sicko hit, shot and miss. 2 to stand over.
Turn up.
Breadwinner, huh? Look who in the building. Let me check my Instagram. I might be at 1 million.
And I'm in.
ThaBoxingvoice.com.
Wake up, wake up, wake up. It's the first of the month. Good morning, everybody out there in the TBV universe. Big ups to my guy PED. Big ups to Adam James. Big ups to Jay Clearly. Big ups to What You Need. Big ups to Jonathan Fitch. Big ups to Reese Mack. But yeah, man, a lot of news this morning, man. A lot of news. It was so hard to fucking pick which one. Dillian White got on Talk Sports talking greasy. Triple G just signed with Dazn, so it's finally official. But the King is back on pay-per-view May 18th, and we will be fighting Dominic Breazeale. It's all rumors right now, but we will speculate and kind of dissect if this is a good enough fight to be on pay-per-view, or should Showtime or Fox put it on their regular TV channel. But I'm going to pass it out to the real King, Akon. What's going on, homie?
Yo, what's up?
Yeah, you're going to need another phone.
You muted, bro.
You got the mute on, champ.
My bad. Yeah, what's up, guys? Back with another one. Yeah, Deontay Wilder Breazeale pay-per-view. When I looked at it at first, I did think it could be a bad idea, but depending on the price of the fight itself, if you look at when Anthony Joshua fought him, I believe that might have been on pay-per-view in the UK too. So it all just really does depend on the price point. But yeah, let's discuss it. What does this mean? Is Wilder actually a pay-per-view star now? Could Showtime not have just paid him or found the money some other way? Is that the only way that they're able to pay him that kind of money? Are Showtime under pressure to please Deontay? So yeah, let's discuss it.
Yeah, first of all, Mike, you said the real king and you went to Akon. What's that about? I mean,
they call him a King Akon in the chat. I mean, they don't
mistaken.
call you Jack anymore, though. They don't call you Jack anymore.
I came on the show because Akon was talking reckless yesterday. He's growing wings. I came on to clip them. He's supposed to be riding with me. He's busy turning into the beast that Nestor's performed, but it's all good. Yeah, Dominic Breazeale on pay-per-view with Deontay Wilder. Eddie Hearn, the puppet master, has struck again. Let's chop it up.
Is that Jeff Mayweather?
Yo,
they're killing you in the chat.
Shout out to Akon. His camera is phenomenal. I mean, a king, Jack.
A king, yeah, Jack.
Yo, how does a UK dude pick a American name? You know what I mean? Secretly, he loves America. He wants to be called Jack and shit. I get you. Listen, man, I received this news not from Twitter, but from, people in the industry whispering this and asking my thoughts on whether or not I felt it was pay-per-view. And
industry.
Yeah, I don't think it was pay-per-view.
Well, I don't know. You missed the show last night, right?
Yeah. I was out there with a few industry folks. I feel like I made it, being in this. It was actually pretty cool. Like if I do the story, it's pretty cool. It was in downtown Manhattan. It's called the Havana, the Grand Havana Room or something like that. When I got there, private. And they try to snub me too. The security guy was like, "This is a private room. Who are you here to see?" And I'm like, "Yo, I'm on the roof. Can't." Yo, make it so bad. Lucky thing it wasn't that bad. Like he wasn't that much of a dick because I was so, like rushing, nervous, all that shit. I left my wallet, champ. I drove all the way to New York with no wallet. When I'm about to find parking is when I realized, oh shit, I ain't got my wallet. Luckily, my lady had hers, so we was good. Because I had already put on a GPS, how long would it take to go back? And I'm like, Jesus, 28 miles. And that 28 miles was 58 minutes. I was just like, damn, they invited me to dinner. What if they need a toast? And they asked me for my wallet. I'm going to look like the only hooligan without a wallet. Like, you ever been to the club with your friends and your man ain't got no ID? Now you trying to pay the bouncer. I ain't want to be that dude. But luckily, none of that happened. But yeah, amongst that dinner, we got the news. The phone started making so bad. Yo, it felt like one of them Netflix movies. I forgot which one I told you about where they made everybody put the phones in the middle of the table. But the president of the WBC, Mauricio Suleiman, definitely made everybody put their phones in the.
Whoa! You just did a name drop. You was with the president of the WBC.
Mike is hilarious. Yes.
God damn.
Lou DiBella was there too. That was shocking.
Another name drop. This guy
Because I
right
didn't
here, bro.
expect him to be there. I didn't expect him.
I thought he was supposed to go alias sources. You know how they go on
Me
Twitter?
too. Yeah,
like
no,
Mike
oh,
Hum's your
exactly.
sources.
I mean, I wasn't told that it was.
But just the way you told your story, it was like alluding that way.
I mean,
Yo, becoming industry man. He
they don't want to
his
have
company man.
Let me tell you, I took some pictures. I ain't post them or nothing because I ain't want to be that guy. But then I seen everybody taking pictures. Even Jill Diamond, she works with the WBC. She was taking mad pictures, so we got to check their social media too. But bro, that shit was like on a 39th floor. It felt like the 100th floor. The way the windows were set up, they made them so that you could look down. It was crazy. I don't know heights.
This one no little restaurant shit. This is like a big ass building, huh?
Bro, you know what this? If you ever watch Molly's game, listen. If you ever watch Molly's game, that's what it was.
Oh wow,
that's exactly what it was. It was you know, you could smoke cigars. They had big Cuban ashtrays all around. It was private, bro. Mad Russian women walking in, mad white, tall, long leggy model Russian women walking in. So my girl is the one that she's like, yo, this remind me of Molly's game. All they need is a poker game. 20 minutes later, I'm like, babe, look out. You know, like if you angled yourself towards the right, you can see there was another private room with poker going on. All the chips, you see, and that's where all the Russians was going too.
Quit snitching now, nigga. You snitching here. Hold on. Quit snitching now,
yo,
nigga.
someone was like,
you might not get an invite back, Ness.
Yeah, hold on now, nigga.
I thought Ness went to Captain Marvel.
Let me tell you, no, I wanted to go to Marvel after, but we got out of there way too late. I had to say, I had to leave. Like once I seen who was it, the first one that left? They had I wish I was good with that. See, I don't care about other sports. There was a famous soccer player there, very famous, because he, you know what they
Ronaldo?
did.
Beckham.
I doubt it was Ronaldo or Beckham. It was definitely a Latino
famous
then.
Messi.
I mean, he ain't got to be. He wasn't active. He's not active. He could be retired. Speaking of retired, Michael Spinks was there. The champ. Yeah, that was pretty cool. Also, Marco Hook was there. Yeah, campaigning at heavyweight.
Mike, have you got a bucket for all these names that Ness is dropping?
I'm just dropping, bro. Look. If you're listening right now on YouTube, man, Ness is out here doing big things, out here rubbing elbows with the WBC. If you like what you're hearing and you want us to grow, smash that thumbs up button and let's begin the show.
Yeah, man. So anyway, obviously amongst we were talking boxing, you know, he started everybody off like going around the table saying what they do, where they from or whatever like that. Then we eventually got to like this question where it was like, what got you into boxing? So there was a lot of boxing conversation, and obviously this came up because, you know, the internet, and regardless of him asking us to put our phones down, I actually never broke the phone rule, but he, Lou, and obviously quite a few others broke the phone rule, and then we found out, and it's like, bro, I don't think anybody thought that it belonged on pay-per-view, and I mean, I guess this goes to the fact that it's still a rumor, right? Because remember, isn't Lou like Deontay's promoter? Even though he doesn't have a promoter's contract, but it's always been Lou that promotes the fight. Like, so he should know at least, right? So, and that didn't, I mean, I didn't receive it that way. I felt like he got it right along with the rest of us on social media. But I'll say this and pass it off. Legitimately, they did what? 332, he and Fury. I say we had Brian Custer on here, and he was saying that Earl and Mikey, that the networks would be happy with 200. So, damn, if those numbers are that low for that one, then I'm assuming that they're going to be dropping their expectation for Wilder. And maybe they're looking at a 200, 225 number as a safe spot, maybe 250. I know I interviewed Espinoza on the rooftop of the Dream Hotel for the Sean Porter, Danny Garcia press conference. And that day, he told me that the Earl Spence, Mikey Garcia, if it happened, that Showtime would be happy with 250. Now, obviously, that's Showtime, a premium network, not Fox, where this fight is taking place. And when this fight, I mean Earl and Garcia. But I wanted to give you some numbers and a couple, a gauge.
Well, look, I was told that Joshua Breazeale did about 512,000. buys on their third price point. So that's equivalent if Wilder and Breazeale is doing about 170,000 pay-per-view buys in U.S. numbers. So
170, isn't that what we laughed and scoffed at Daniel Jacobs and Gennady Golovkin doing? Now you're saying that somehow is going to be an okay number for Wilder. Wouldn't that be a double standard? We laughed at Gennady. Why wouldn't we laugh at Wilder?
Well,
why are you comparing it to the UK numbers that it's done? It's irrelevant. You set the bar surely with what you do in America.
Well, I'm just showing what Breazeale has done on any type of pay-per-view. Granted, the fact that if you want any type of gauge to figure out what is a success and what's not, let's just say that Wilder and Breazeale did astronomically more. Let's say they did like 400, 500,000. Not saying that's going to happen, but let's just say that that's the case, that you can gauge the market, where then maybe at that point, this is something that you can try to sell for pay-per-view in the UK. Maybe it's something that the negotiations, like we can't ignore the fact that this long pending non-unification, non-undisputed, it's all about money and A side. So we always have to compare. That's pretty much what this is.
I get what
Jack,
you're.
go ahead. Go ahead. I'll wait.
Yeah, I get what you're saying with that, Ron. However, when AJ fought Charles Martin for the IBF, they did 500,000. So he did 512,000 with Breazeale. So I'm not entirely sure. As much as like Wilder is fighting Breazeale, obviously we can compare the two in terms of how the fight goes. I don't know if you can compare those pay-per-view numbers, because that was still AJ kind of on the rise in the UK. So I think he could have fought anyone and it would have done 512,000.
I just gave numbers. The way that however people feel about the numbers, like it was an attack of who's successful, who's not.
It was definitely an attack. It was one of your
numbers.
slick attacks, Ron. Don't try and.
You saw how fast he got defended. He said, "Don't you dare!"
It was definitely an attack. You said,
grab that and just keep.
Okay, you hear me?
Ness is the one that asked the questions. I just gave out some numbers that I was told. Okay. Now,
I mean, let's look at it all in totality, man.
Full back right.
we got a offer. We had an offer earlier, I believe, last week from ESPN, which was like a multi-fight deal for Wilder. And also, I'm pretty sure that since Wilder said he's a free agent, a lot of other networks have been in contact trying to see if they can get him. So this put the pressure on Showtime and Al Heyman and PBC to make this fight worth Wilder's while, to make him feel like the payday that he was going to get against Fury, he won't lose that much money. So that's why the fight will be on pay-per-view. The rumors of this fight being on pay-per-view, because they have to pay Wilder not what he's going to get against Breazeale, but like Eddie Hearn said, you got to pay him between 12 and 15 million for this fight. And it looks to seem like Eddie Hearn was exactly right about his prediction that this fight would be a pay-per-view, because they had to afford to pay Wilder or risk losing him to another network. You know what I'm saying? So this is why, in my opinion, that this fight is going to be on pay-per-view.
But for those haters of Wilder that think he's out of luck, this is what makes his predicament very interesting, because each fight is that let me make you happy fight. Let's say he takes this fight. Let's say all the rumors are true and it's $15 million, pay-per-view, premium, Showtime. And then guess what? The next one, he's still a free agent. And Dazn still wants him. ESPN still wants him. And Showtime has to do this again. They have to give, what do they call it? Final match offer, right? That he's going to go see what they're offering. And here comes Showtime. If they want to keep him again, they got to try and keep him.
How long, Ness, in your opinion, how long can Showtime keep this up? Can they keep this up for maybe, let's say Wilder fights Breazeale next?
Based off the fights that they're having, none. They got $60 million to spend on Wilder. They ain't put shit on.
That's what I'm saying. But are they going to spend the whole $60 million on Wilder? I mean, you still got other fighters like the Charlo. You still got possibly Manny Pacquiao.
The Charlo Jamal posted something on his social media yesterday that definitely indicated he'd be back soon.
H-Town homecoming fight, but his brother Jamel will be fighting Harrison in a whole nother site, whole nother venue. So this would probably be the first time in a long time that these two guys are not on the same card. But back to Wilder, how long can they keep this up though? Like we all know that Showtime has a budget of 60.
If you're Wilder, you don't care, because it's
True,
always a
true.
bidding war over you. So like if Showtime can't do it, then now you're only the war is between DAZN and ESPN. And when the players start to drop out and it's less and less, then you make a deal.
Now let me ask you
Yes, I
another
get what you're
question.
saying.
Real quick. Was Showtime try to put this on knowing that they couldn't match the offers down the road, or are they doing this knowing that they can give Wilder more money down the road in another fight?
I mean, in my opinion, Espinoza and Al work together. So if Espinoza's doing this, he's only buying Al more time. You know, they're working together. But at the end of the day, I'm sure Al, who has a fiduciary obligation to Deontay, has to still entertain those offers. And if they're better, he's got to be like, yo, we got to.
I see you, dog. You went to the damn dinner last night, came back with fiduciary? Okay. Okay.
Look, I'm sure if Showtime hosts any dinners anytime soon, Ness definitely won't be invited, because this whole thing is Ness's fault. Ness was the one that conducted the interview with Eddie Hearn and got him to reveal that DAZN would offer 15 million for him to fight Breazeale. Now, I doubt that if Eddie Hearn had ever put that number up, that this fight would be going to pay-per-view. They wouldn't think that that's a number that he should be considering getting from.
Let me ask you a question about that number. Eddie throws a lot of numbers, and if anything, he's driving the market up, is what we're assuming, right? But like, as a businessman, do we really sit back and, I guess, allow the market to fluctuate based off words? I mean, if Eddie's saying he's offering Mikey and Earl 8 million, what are they going to do on pay-per-view, Nesta? Maybe they're hoping they get to 400. Fine, I'll give them both 8 million. So are we to assume that Mikey's getting 10 because Eddie was offering 8 in YouTube videos?
But there's no assumptions. There's no assumptions. If you put yourself in Wilder's shoes, and Wilder's heard, and he goes to Showtime's network, and he's heard that they're willing to take this fight for 15 mil. And if they want to keep him, even if you're not in Wilder's shoes, Mauricio Solomon is thinking, all right, DAZN are prepared to pay this guy 15 mil, and we can't physically justify that number. The only way to give him that kind of money is for him to generate himself by going on pay-per-view. Maybe they had no plans for this fight to be on pay-per-view, but they're forced to make it pay-per-view now because another network has said that's what they're prepared to offer to see Wilder fight someone like AJ.
There's no term sheet, there's no contract, there's no emails. Like, why should we or Heyman, PBC, Showtime believe that Eddie is really giving up 15 million because he said it in the video?
But Nez, it's not just because Eddie said it in an interview. It's because ESPN tried to sign Wilder too. So ESPN have come out and they made an offer, regardless of whether you think it's a good offer or a bad offer. ESPN tried to sign Wilder and say, okay, come over to us for a 5-fight deal. And that was an actual offer. They were considering it or they rejected it. They said, Shelly Finkel came out and said, we're not signing over our fighter. Now, that's from ESPN. ESPN went ahead and Bob Arum in the interview said, we're going to make Wilder an offer. And then they made an offer. So based on that, if Eddie Hearn then comes out and says, oh, well, I'm going to offer Wilder 15 million for one fight. If you're Showtime, you can't take the risk to allow that to even come in. You're going to have to say, well, Wilder, don't even consider that. We've got you. We're going to put you on pay-per-view and make that money.
Well, let me put one asterisk, regardless of the money amount, because from our standards, everything looks amazing, right? Now, when it comes to fighters' freedom and whatever they want to do, regardless of our opinions and thinking, hey, this is how you should move, or this is the perfect scenario, there could be maybe a little stubbornness, or maybe the free agency thing is willing enough to take a couple less million and go, look, I like what I have. Now, boxing fans, it makes it harder for us to accept it because the fights are going to be more unrealistic, but that's always going to be a variable in the decision of Deontay Wilder. He might just be like, fuck it, I want to be a free man. I'm not signing myself 5-fight deals, 3-fight deals. I'm one by one. And that could be something where we're going to continue to see on that boxing side because everyone wants to have their own rights, their own manhood, quote unquote, follow the Mayweather, storyline of just being their own boss. Everyone left Top Rank to do that essentially. Mikey left recently, Oscar left, Floyd left. So that's always the fighter's agenda, to not only just make the most money, but make their own decisions. So maybe maybe he's being tough. Maybe he's not making the financial decisions.
I want to take this topic and change the viewpoint real quick. How do the fans feel when they see this fight and they see Wilder and Breazeale Okay, pay-per-view. Oh, Wilder
Yeah, but
Breazeale.
Mike,
What?
that's what I told you on the last show. I said it would be great to put this on Fox and get Wilder the exposure, but because of the bad blood, this is a premium network fight because they are going to sell it with the violence that has already occurred, with the anger, with the fact that these two men don't like each other, that Breazeale wants some sort of revenge, that his family was disrespected. That's what this is. You can't sell this to the masses. This is a hardcore fight, and you want to have your hardcore fans tell their mediocre boxing fans, the guys that know maybe 5 names instead of just one, tell them like, hey, Wilder's going to fight Breazeale. Look, he ain't got no chance, but he going to knock his head off, bro. I mean, they had a fight in the hotel. Like, whatever it is that you're going to say, if it motivates you. It may not even motivate you, but I believe that it's on premium networks so they can show those clips, so they can show the shoving and the altercation between, Wilder and his brother and Breazeale and his wife and his children.
You're talking about from a production standpoint. I'm trying to take the viewpoint from the fan standpoint. If you're a fan in America and you have to pay $74 for maybe a guy in Breazeale who you're not sure that you really even know, and you're looking, the casual fan looking like, why's Wilder not fighting Fury? And you guys try to give us this for the exact same price. And Jack, come on, man, you've been facetious again. But now if they see this and they be like, does this draw fans away from the fight, or does Showtime do a good enough job to draw more fans to this fight because of all the backlash and beef? And how do they make
in my opinion,
how do they make people forget what happened on December 1st? Like, this, it's in people's mind, seeing Fury get down on the ground and get back up. People want to see that fight again. And I don't know.
They promoted that Fury don't want the fight. That's obvious.
Okay.
They're going to promote. They're going to promote it like we try. They're going to promote. He's the feared man. Even that guy didn't want to fight again. Like, they're going to promote it.
Okay, so how much pressure? How much pressure is Wilder under, especially considering the back and forth going with Fury and the premise of that back and forth? Hang on. The premise of that back and forth is, I don't need you. I'm going to prove to you that I don't need you. Fury saying that he's the major star, he's going to get this $100 million deal without Wilder, and Wilder saying that he can do numbers without Fury, and then Showtime go and announce that his next fight is going to be a pay-per-view. Surely that puts pressure on him to make sure that the buys exceed a certain amount to prove conclusively that, look, I don't need Fury. I
don't think it put that pressure on him.
Not necessarily, because there wasn't any pressure on Crawford. He gets zero backlash outside of from me. If anything,
you can't compare that. You can't compare that.
If anything, this is Showtime and Deontay, or this is Showtime showing that Deontay does have the power to do what he wants and doesn't need Fury. Because remember, how many of us and how many UK fans specifically said this is only pay-per-view because of Fury? So now what's your excuse? Is it now pay-per-view because Breazeale did a pay-per-view with AJ?
Look, the point I'm trying to make is
the whole idea.
Go on,
Jack. All right. So my whole point is Jack's absolutely right. There is pressure on Wilder because Wilder's gone into negotiations with, or has said openly, he wants the AJ fight, but they need to come to us. We need to sit down on the table, make that fight. Wilder's come on this show and he said he wants 50-50. If these numbers don't do well, even if Wilder knocks out Breazeale, if these numbers don't do well,
so I brought up numbers on the show and y'all got all tickly, but now y'all want to talk about it.
I'm not comparing it. I'm not comparing it to the way. Hold on.
You were throwing jabs, man. You were throwing jabs.
No. I see.
No, but wait, Ron, I'm not comparing it. Yeah, I know you brought up numbers. What I mean is,
it's true. That's what y'all looking at. That's how you locked up the numbers.
No, because it's pay-per-view, we're gonna have to look at the numbers. We're gonna have to look at the numbers because it's
looking under over. Obviously,
you were saying that all Wilder has to do for it to be a success is to do 100,000.
Or you can look at the
AJ.
failure.
No. He said 170. Stop trying to lowball.
170, 200, 100. The comparison was to AJ before he became a champion.
I just brought up Dominic Breazeale's numbers on pay-per-view.
But you brought up Dominic Breazeale's numbers before he fought a champion.
No, Breazeale was after. Breazeale was up winning.
No, it was after Charles Martin. Right after.
Get Jack out of here.
Okay. Wait. I mean unified champion, regardless. You're talking about somebody that he fought in order to determine whether the WBC champion of the world can match him in figures. Like he only has to do 170 to match
You wanna
what
word it that
AJ
way,
has done.
Jack, you want to word it that way, but all he's doing is comparing one champion who had a title defense versus the same guy the other champion's going to fight. That's all.
On pay-per-view.
No different than when you guys compared Eric Molina's performance and the time it took Wilder to take him out and the time it took AJ to take him out. Now we're comparing AJ versus Breazeale pay-per-view to Wilder versus AJ pay-per-view.
And my point is
hold on.
that-
So Ron is saying he's only got to do 170 to equate the 512,000 that AJ sold in the UK because your pay-per-views are at $20.
And the reason why that's nonsensical is because he's just done a pay-per-view with Tyson Fury, and the whole argument is that he does not need Tyson Fury, so he should exceed those numbers. If he really is a breakout pay-per-view star, that's his first pay-per-view. So for him to regress and for you to compare it to what AJ has done back in the day.
You want him to somehow exceed just because he says he doesn't need Fury when
No. I'm reasonable. I think if he does,
Fury's the bigger B-side than
no.
Breazeale.
That's not what I'm saying.
I
I'm
think
reasonable. I'm saying
can I please
that if
speak
he
for a
does
second? Give me 1 second.
200K is respectable. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that comparing him to AJ in this instance is irrelevant because he has done his own separate pay-per-view, and that's what we should use to gauge him. If he has a pay-per-view that does 200K buys, then we say, yep, it's respectable. People are still interested in you. But to compare him to what AJ did is irrelevant. And I just feel that that was taking shots. It was unnecessary.
How can you not compare that fight when AJ?
Because you have to Nez. You have to put it into context. You have to put it into context.
It has to be in context.
No. Let me speak because the fact is, you say it's a shot. You could have took it and went, oh, well, this fight is terrible. So granted, if it's 170,000, it's going to be under. You could took it whatever you want.
I took it exactly the way I wanted to do.
You're assuming. You're insinuating. Cool, but I just said numbers. I was given numbers to go, okay, cool, this is a barometer.
Absolutely. And when you started on that,
but it wasn't a shot.
I knew what you were doing.
Took it as a shot.
I think you guys are missing the bigger point. I think you guys are missing the bigger picture.
It was a tool for whatever narrative you wanted to spin it. It was a tool.
When you look at Wilder, Fury, AJ, all those guys, it doesn't matter what they do when they fight Big Baby or when Fury fights fucking whoever he's gonna fight on ESPN, or when the Wilder fights Breazeale. When they fight each other, that's when the big numbers come in. That's when the big paydays come in. So whatever they do when they're not fighting each other, it's just it's gonna be what they do.
Yeah, but it's still gonna be fucking.
At the same time, all those guys bring something different to the table, and they're backing now. Like with Fury having ESPN, with AJ having Dazn, and with Wilder being with Showtime, their backing is not going to allow them to get fucked over in any kind of deal. So I don't really think that we got to worry about the amount of pay-per-views that this one's gonna do, because we all let's be logical. We all know that this might not do the numbers Wilder Fury 1 did. Let's be real. It might
won't
do
the numbers that Wilder Fury won, but the reason why we're discussing it is because that's the bone of contention between Fury and Wilder right now. Fury is saying he doesn't need Wilder, and vice versa. So he has a chance.
Fury next fight against whoever he fights is not going to do big numbers. I'm telling you now.
It doesn't matter, but he gets a stipend for whatever he pays. I'm not disputing that.
That's what I'm saying. Fury saying all this, knowing that he got a guarantee back. So no matter what the fuck he does, he's getting paid. He's satisfied fight deal.
But the fact that he got that deal off the back of this,
Bob was like,
he's the breakout star.
Well, yeah, you're right. Bob said if he wins, you're right, Ron. You're right. Ron.
Wilder put out a tweet.
You're right. You're right.
You clipped.
You're right.
Boxing Voice.
Big up some Mike.
And his tweet was pretty much stating that Bob was saying that I don't know the numbers. This is not guaranteed, or it's I don't know. He used the C word.
I don't know if he said it wasn't guaranteed. I think
he said it was based on. It was based on Fury winning these fights. So if he wins the 5 fights in totality, then it could possibly reach 100 million. But if he loses, then of course, you know what I'm saying?
Well,
when
of course
he
he wins
loses,
them. He's not fighting AJ in any of those 5 fights. So I mean, it's guaranteed.
What's up with you and AJ, man? You ain't even meet him. You ain't even shake his hand. You ain't get no picture.
Whatever.
Why are you doing that, Mike?
I'm just being real with him. At least you got a picture with with Terrence Crawford. Even though he had to go catch a flight to go see his son wrestle, he still gave you a picture.
I understand the difference between stars.
AJ had to do nothing.
Terrence Crawford
I'm
can
just
sit in a room and anybody can access him. But
Who
AJ,
pound
his
king?
star power is so
Who
big that
pound
you
king?
have to get in line.
Who
It's
pound
just what it
king?
is. It's just what it
Who
is.
pound king?
Crawford, when
AJ.
Crawford came to New York, he didn't even do an interview with a single person.
Man, get out
When
of here with
Crawford
that
came to New
bullshit,
York, he didn't
man.
do an
No,
interview
he
with who?
left right after. No one. If you go watch the New York,
Because he had to go catch a flight to go see his son wrestle.
So you got an excuse for Crawford in New York, but not for
no,
AJ.
he got off the
UK?
stage. I didn't
Now,
care
but
to meet
bringing it
Crawford.
back full circle though, bro. I as a fan, I'm going to buy the fight, but I'm gonna be like, fuck, man, $74 for Wladimir Breazeale when I know the outcome. I know Wilder's gonna put this guy down and put his ass to sleep. But at the same time, being a fan and being a supporter of boxing, I'm about to fight.
So let's
Yo, do they treat this like a pay-per-view though? Do they do a 3-city press tour, or are they just gonna shove it out on pay-per-view and say, hey, let's just get it over with, whatever it does, it does?
That's a disservice to Wilder if they do that. They have to somehow promote it in order to make money. They can't just shove it on there.
Doesn't it cost to do a 3-city press tour? And where do you take Dominic Breazeale? He's already American. Wilder's already, like, where do you go with this? Where do you do 3 cities? You don't do a foreign country? Like, what do they do? Do they do Los Angeles, New York?
They either have to do something like that, or the plexiglass at the presser, the face off, to show that there's real animosity between them. Someone's got to throw a table.
Bro, we ain't got no city we ain't got no city name, right? So there's no venue name.
I would like to see Wilder do, because he's always talked about an Atlanta fight, bringing a fight to the South. I know that's not going to be possible because Barclays is going to outbid anybody, or Vegas is going to outbid because they got the resources to bring us there. But I would like to him at least do Los Angeles to promote the fight where Dominic Breazeale is from, New York where the fight is going to take place, Atlanta press tour where he is from. Like, at least if you ain't giving the man the fight he ain't getting the fucking $100 million deals the other heavyweights are getting. Give him the press conference in his hometown, or at least make this a Birmingham fight again. Bring Breazeale to Birmingham. They brought Areola there. They brought Joe Washington there. Not that I think Birmingham, because I've been there. I've talked to people. They can't afford it. They're not going to outbid Barclays Center. So I don't know, man. But he definitely.
I don't think Breazeale even wants to go to Birmingham after what happened last time he was down there. I don't think he even probably won't go back.
He the B-side though.
So
yeah, he the B-side.
He gonna have that. Listen, it'd be interesting. I really, not for Wilder. For Wilder, I would feel bad, I guess, and I wouldn't, because he gets the upside of the purse bid. But it'll still drag things out. But I would like to see Breazeale try to get chummy with Eddie. Let's fucking soap opera it up, man. Let's have him deny offers, say no, and let Eddie step in and see what he can do, whether he won or lost. I mean, just reporting on that, I'd be interested.
Would you cross Al like that?
He's not crossing Al.
No, he's not crossing Al by doing that.
No, listen. Al is an intelligent man. They're just driving the price up. Remember, the split is still the same. The fighters are still Al's fighters. So if Eddie pays, well, you're right. I guess you are crossing Al because they don't want this fight to be on Eddie's network. So if you drive the price up, you're only making Al come out of pocket more. But are you really? Al's pocket ain't getting touched. It's really Showtime's. So at the end of the day, who's Al's obligation to? Wilder. So
we have to separate
who just gave Al $60 million.
Technically, both the fighters.
Who just gave Al $60 million?
I'm just saying, dog. You squeeze.
I just gave you $60 million. Now you trying to squeeze me again?
Mike, Al squeezed the shit out of HBO. You better do some research. People hated Al. Before Al was this guy, people hated Al because they said he would go to networks and bleed them dry and put on shit fights. Fucking Andre Berto got over $1 million to fight Freddie Hernandez on HBO. Like Gary Russell fought an 8-rounder for probably like $800,000 on HBO, at least $500,000. That was the first 8-rounder in the world on HBO. That made history. Al Heyman done some crazy shit. So like back then they was calling him a vampire. He was just juicing. He was juicing HBO and never gave us the Paul Williams fight with Floyd. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, just mad shit. Like, but he had a plan. His plan was long term. He was using their money to create PBC, and eventually he did. And that's where we're at. And where's HBO? Gone. I mean, you could call him a vampire, I guess so. He sucked HBO dry and they dead.
So
to all their inventory.
Is he sucking Showtime now? Because a lot of people are dissatisfied with.
And that's what I'm trying to say. His vision has always been terrestrial television. So that's what I'm saying. He might not mind Dominic Breazeale driving the price up because, again, his responsibility is to his fighters. Who's going to pay if the price is driven up? The fighters. They're going to be, they're going to be in a better off position. Both of them. The split is still whatever it is, and whatever that total sum is, they got to split. So it's better to go with Eddie Hearn's total sum because he's going to go in his pocket and allegedly, because I think Eddie blows a lot of smoke, but he's going to allegedly try to get Wilder on DAZN, which would be monumental.
Let me ask this.
Just real quick on the HBO. So are you claiming it was Al that killed HBO, or it was a combination of HBO?
No, obviously it was a combination of things, but
bad fight.
As soon as Floyd left, Floyd left, HBO
Yeah.
started going down.
And then Top Rank left.
It was a combination of things, but Al was that blow. If there was 4 structural beams, he took one. He took one. I mean, by taking Floyd and every other fighter under that, he raised Showtime to the level that they started doing comparable numbers with HBO. And then he signed so many. Remember, he has over 200 fighters. He made it difficult for Showtime to put on fights. So they had to go into their well. All of a sudden, Chocolatito comes out of nowhere. He's pound for pound, but they're so good that we believe. It's like, yeah, he's fucking pound for pound. Fuck it. And Gennadi's the beast too. Fuck it. This is all we got.
What do you think Showtime's motives are for wanting this fight on pay-per-view? If you're Al, don't you think it makes more sense?
I don't think they got motive, man. I'm telling you, man. Listen, everybody marches to Al's drum.
But
everybody
surely
says, "Oh, he's smart. He's so smart." So it's not Showtime. Who got the inventory? At the end of the day, Showtime can ask for whatever they want as a network because they feel they know what their subscribers want. But Al got to say yes. He still got to release those fighters.
So and Jack, you got to realize, man. Even doing like 200,000 at the price point of $75, that's $15 to like $20 million of revenue that they could pay the fighters that they ain't got to pay right out of pocket.
Who's been doing 200,000?
I'm saying even if they do 200,000 on the Breazeale Wilder pay-per-view, that's $15 to $20 million that they ain't got to pay right out of pocket that they can pull from their.
I get that. But
Jack, if he doesn't do 200,000, it's probably bad because Gennady Golovkin did 170 with Lemieux, who's a Canadian.
But this is what I'm saying.
Talking about a Canadian and a dude that don't know no English.
That's exactly what I'm saying. I'm saying it's a gamble.
No, it's not because he's a heavyweight. Look, heavyweight bring the people out. So
it is a gamble. It is a gamble. The reason why it's a gamble is because this fight could have been, like we discussed the other day, it could have been on Fox. And I know Wilder would have made less. He probably wouldn't have been made the same for it being on pay-per-view. But it would have been a wider audience and he would have been exposed to a much bigger audience. And that would have been a chess move to say to Fury, well, okay, cool, you've gone with ESPN.
Yeah, but
don't worry, we're putting Wilder on primetime Fox.
I get you guys. But ultimately, the end game isn't terrestrial television. Even though the end game for Al is, for this fight, it's never going to be terrestrial television, bro. This fight doesn't reach 150 million on real TV. This only gets there on pay-per-view.
No, but the point is you're still in a safe zone.
He hasn't signed. Okay, that's why he is a partner. He ain't got no TV, obligation because when the time is right, they gonna fight. You got to. Nate, this is the only thing equivalent to Mayweather Pacquiao in terms of numbers and finances. Nothing else gets. Look, we thought Canelo Gennady was a super fight. They ain't doing these numbers. It ain't these type of numbers. The purses ain't even being talked about like that. Yo, Gennady got offered 10 million flat.
Ness, what I'm trying to say is look, and this time I'm not ragging on Deontay. I'm thinking from his perspective, what he stands to lose by not doing 200,000 is certifying himself as a B-side to Fury on ESPN and certifying himself to a B-side with a potential AJ fight. You can't ask for 50-50. Wait.
Let me just got history, Jack. Terrence Crawford did 50,000. It doesn't get any lower than that. And no one's saying he's a B-side to Earl. No one's saying he's a B-side.
Considering the narrative between both of them now, considering him saying he wants 50-50 with AJ or no deal, considering Fury saying you need me, you need to come over here where the money is.
Brother.
Listen, all he's doing, all he does by doing baddie at this point is proving him right.
Hold on. Jack.
If I was, let me just tell you what I would do if I was Al Heyman. If I was Al Heyman, I'll say, look, fight Breazeale, terrestrial TV. Next fight, pay-per-view versus Dillian White, national. You know that's guaranteed to do numbers.
Dillian White's going to ESPN.
ESPN, bro.
Yes, look, I guarantee you, Dillian White's not going anywhere. Listen, let me tell you why. Dillian White is talking about. If you heard his TalkSport interview today, he was talking about we offered Deontay Wilder 15 million to fight me. When did he offer 15 million? Who's offering him 15 million? The only people that could do that kind of thing is Dazn. Right? He's not going to ESPN. He's still talking about we when he refers to that. He's staying with Eddie. He's staying with what's it called. It's just pushing things that he's talking nonsense. He's not going to say if he signs with ESPN, I'll eat my words.
Jack,
he is going to go to ESPN.
He is not going to ESPN. He's out there. Look, he's still got his June date. He's fighting in what's it called in the UK at the O2. Who's going to put that on?
No, but July 13th, Jack. But when his brother called in, when Dean called in,
he was very
he
political.
didn't sound like a man that was kind of like trying to play both sides. He sounded like a man that said, "Well, my brother is number 2 behind AJ. We understand AJ is a world champion, and we essentially need to go where we're loved." So he sounded that's the angle he was coming from. He wasn't coming from an angle where Dillian's trying to play both sides.
He's not playing both sides, but he's not going anywhere.
Let me get a few points, please.
Go ahead.
I just want to touch back on your topic before I forget it. You are making this. All right. So the comparison I'm trying to use is Crawford, and the reason why is because he and Earl are in very similar positions. The only factor that they don't have is that they don't have insane fans. They don't have UK fans that are just crazy no matter what they're doing. But it's the same exact situation. Crawford already did a pay-per-view years ago, and it was 50,000. It doesn't get any lower than that, bro. Only fucking Roy Jones did 50,000 with B-Hop. He did 50, and guess what? What you're saying Wilder will be shunned for, Top Rank did, and I want you to learn that. They did 50, and they rebuilt Crawford to pay-per-view again. He about to do pay-per-view with Khan now. And guess what we're going to do? We're going to compare that to Mikey. The same thing you don't want to do with AJ and Breazeale. We're going to compare it to Mikey and Earl. And guess what else? They are on the other sides of the street saying you do that and I do this and you're an A side and I'm a B side. You don't remember Earl and Crawford are saying these things already.
Yes.
Hold on.
No, I'm saying Roy Jones and Bernard Hopkins did 150. Is that what you said? Or you said 50?
I said 50. I said
it's
50.
150.
The second time?
Yes.
Man, you better Google that.
I did. I'm staring right at it.
So who?
Right.
All right. I could be wrong.
But go on. I just want to go ahead.
So no, I'm just saying it's the same exact situation. All the variables are there except for the fans being hysteric, being dramatic.
The point Khan and Akin are trying to convey is that AJ fought
Can you just
Breazeale,
run
I
with
believe.
Jack? I mean, let's just run with Jack.
They feel like you need to earn Jack.
Nah,
bro, you don't
Jack.
Look,
Jack was stripped from you. That name is stripped.
Listen.
You
Akin
was
means
stripped.
warrior, so I'm
Okay, well, shit, you should be proud.
Okay,
then,
so
boy.
no problem then. You're not wrong with that.
It confuses both of you. That's
Who?
why. Ness was saying,
Nigga, how's that confused? I just said Akin and a Khan. If I say Akin and a Khan, apparently I'm talking about both of you motherfuckers.
So just do Jack and make it easy on yourself.
Easy on me.
Yeah.
A Khan.
See?
Yeah.
I'm not talking to you though.
Look, at the end of the day, Jack's saying
Anyway,
nothing's signed,
back
nothing's
to the point.
official. So Dylan White, you can't
no.
say it's official.
I'm talking to the point. They're trying to say that I believe that was AJ's second or third pay-per-view when he fought Breazeale.
I don't know, but it was definitely after he was
second. It was his third. He did Dillian White too.
So Dylan White, Charles Martin, then Breazeale.
Yeah.
And that was Wilder's first pay-per-view is what Ness is trying to convey. So what they are comparable, but you guys both have good points, but they are comparable to seeing that.
Well, no, my comparison, Mike, is that he's saying if Wilder fails, he's solidified himself as a B-side. Okay, so then why isn't Crawford solidified B-side? He failed. He done it first and failed. No one talks of Crawford as a B-side, so stop with that narrative because they have inventory. If he does Breazeale and in Jack's eyes fails, then he goes back to the Barkley and fights Kovnowski. Does he fail again? And if that,
we all gotta realize,
back and bring Luis Ortiz, does he fail again? You saying that he's a solidified B-side. Meanwhile, Crawford's over there fighting David Benavidez, fucking Jeff Horn, and now Khan, and no one is saying he's a B-side.
And technically, technically, Jack, let me just say this really quick.
Really quick, man. It's hard
Amir Khan technically, even though it was a Canelo, did more pay-per-views than Crawford did, significantly amount of pay-per-views.
Yeah, that doesn't help Crawford. That doesn't help Crawford. That just shows that his B-side is stronger than him as an A-side. That doesn't help Crawford. But guess what it does do? It allows
the guy Crawford fought on pay-per-view, man. Victor Poster was an unknown guy coming to the stage. Nobody didn't know him.
And it's it's a perfect comparison because Jack and the UK fans are trying to say Breazeale is unworthy of pay-per-view. So again, if Deontay Wilder fails, it should be okay because Crawford failed, came back, still pound for pound, still A-side to Earl in certain arguments.
The wider point. Let me just the wider point that I'm alluding to is I'm just trying to find the route to the super fight.
What
the
if
reason why
AJ fails?
Mike,
is he still A-side?
Hang on, he's of course he's
if AJ fails on the zone and they don't like, but they don't release
the numbers. He could be failing. They're not releasing the numbers.
AJ isn't the one talking about A-side, B-side, preventing the fight from happening.
Of course
AJ
he
isn't
is.
the one. Wait,
of course he is. He's the one that
listen.
down and
You said many times.
And all that. What do
Wait. Just because you said many times that Wilder's in his feelings, and that's why he doesn't want to entertain a conversation. It's 50-50 or nothing. When he proves himself with the numbers that he does, etc., he can go back and say pay-per-view. He's doing the same with Fury. That you need me, I don't need you. What I'm saying is he's more susceptible to getting in his feelings than any other heavyweight. So if he does lower numbers, he doesn't really have a leg to stand on when he comes to negotiating fights with these guys. That's why I'm saying that, look, if he fails, I'm not talking about his career being over if he doesn't do 200,000. I don't care about that. What I'm trying to say is it makes a fight for AJ or for Fury more difficult because they will be like, yes, we told you. You're now you couldn't do the numbers without us. This is where you are. That's the point I'm trying to make. Not and his career is over.
But then again,
Nez,
all you gotta do rebuild like Crawford rebuilt.
But Nez, the difference is that I don't remember Crawford. Yeah, but Nez, when did Crawford fight and go into a pay-per-view where he fought the likes of the Fury of his division? Wilder went and just fought Fury. He did 330-something thousand buys. He can't then go and do
at the time
poor numbers.
At the time, Victor Poster was considered a good fighter at 140, and on some people's list. No.
For super fight, Mike.
On some people's list, like Jim Lampley, for some reason, he had him ranked above Crawford. That's all I'm saying.
It doesn't matter about lists. Like what Khan isn't trying to understand is that you cannot take out the variable of Fury and expect Wilder to do the same numbers. Okay,
100%. Ned, I agree.
Hold on a minute. That's like you telling me that AJ versus anybody does the same numbers as AJ versus Fury. That's not true. The variable of the opponent is over.
However. 100%, Nez. However, since AJ fought, who was it? Wladimir Klitschko, and he broke the 1 million mark. He's near enough stayed around 1 million in the UK every single fight after that.
The best example I can give y'all. The best example I can give y'all. When Floyd Mayweather fought Manny Pacquiao, was like 4 million. When Floyd fought Canelo, it went down to what, like 1.5, 2. And then when Floyd fought Berto, it went down again to like 600,000. So we see that the level of opponent does matter.
Opponent matters.
Okay, so Nez, in your opinion,
something you got Your champion has a legendary win, regardless of what hardcore fans say. In the eyes of the casual fan who love boxing, he knocked out Wladimir Klitschko. Not even Fury gets as much credit for the win over Klitschko when he did it first. So stop acting like, oh, Nez, when he did this, he kept doing this. Of course. He's got a legendary fight. They called it the best fight in the last 20 years, bro. Come on.
Okay, so Nez, what's a good number? What's a good number?
Hold on.
Because postal is postal. Everything matters.
Look, I got a quick thing. When you look at Anthony Joshua's numbers after the Wladimir Klitschko fight, I'm not spinning on narrative. You're looking at it, they have been declining since. The last 3 has not been there. Now, granted, it went Carlos Takam, which I understand it went down, so the opponent wasn't the one that everyone see. Then it went up a little bit more to Joseph Parker, but then it went down again.
Joseph Parker did 1.4 million.
And what did Klitschko do? What did Anthony Joshua and Klitschko? Okay, so it went
to go. Yeah, but to say you're acting like it's been a sharp decline.
No.
A sharp decline.
Guys, let me finish my statement. I didn't finish it because my fact was it went down from the Klitschko. Granted, it went back up.
It really went down.
Was still going down.
1.5.
I didn't even get the
going from 1.5 to 1.
So what did Prevekin do? What did Anthony Joshua?
Now that went down. That went down. Okay.
That went down. If you said from Klitschko to Prevetkin, that went down. But you can't say he's been going down when really and truly he went down.
Move your shield. I'm showing the
wider point. Ron,
move your shield. I'm talking about the opponents has showed variations.
The opponents matter, bro. Opponents matter.
But we never said that the opponents doesn't matter.
Mayweather just showed you that it matters.
Listen, that's not the point. The point I'm trying to make is that the only reason why we talk about numbers is because they are using it as an excuse not to make the big fights happen. If Eddie Hearn is saying nobody knows this guy and he's saying I can do numbers without you, and we continue, he's setting a trap for him. Eddie Hearn has said, look, 15 million. If we can offer you 15 million to fight, you've never earned that kind of money in your life. He came when Wilder came on the show and said, "Why are you worried about my pockets?" Nobody had anywhere to go. Nobody had any argument. Nobody had any counter to that because we weren't seeing it as he needs to make money. I'm saying by playing into their hands and doing something that we'll be able to
play into their hands. You don't think Al Haymon's a smart enough businessman to know that? Damn,
it doesn't matter.
He was about to make 20 million against a fucking rematch with Fury.
I
gotta give him somewhere in the ballpark. He has to get somewhere in the ballpark. He can't make 5 million again.
How many times have you looked at Mike Tyson and said, how many buys did he do?
Oh man, I've been doing this shit, bro.
I'm saying that the only reason why it's relevant is because it's preventing.
You're trying to give Eddie too much credit, though.
Mike, you can't understand what I'm saying if you're talking at the same
time. Because you're saying Eddie Hearn drove up the.
I can't hear you. All I can hear is air. I can't hear what you're saying. The only reason why the fights aren't happening is because everybody's talking about the numbers and what this person is worth. Wilder has put himself in the corner by saying 50-50 or nothing because my value is this. By doing a pay-per-view against Breazeale that might not do as well, you are diminishing your value. And I'm saying it will make more sense to put that fight on terrestrial TV so that nobody knows what numbers it would have done in pay-per-view, and you can still maintain that argument when it comes to negotiating with AJ. They've shown that they're prepared. Eddie Hearn has said many times, if you do this amount of numbers in the Wilder everything, then we can talk 50-50.
You're assuming that they want to negotiate next. He's already, if you're going off of Wilder's statements, well, then he's also said we got enough fights for the next 2 years.
Well, that's what I'm saying. That's where my frustration comes from. I'm saying his game plan or what is preventing us from seeing what we all want to see.
But
we all want to see AJ versus Wilder. The steps that he's making aren't smart business decisions, and that's the point I'm trying to make.
So AJ made a smart business decision when he left the network that both of them were on.
Yes.
Exactly.
He made a smart
and that's the problem. You see things from your perspective only. Not you're trying to make it a fan thing. Look, no, let me finish so this can seep in because you're really on that sheep zone. Listen, you're making it about fans, right? You're saying he is preventing the fans from getting the fight. But then you're not saying that AJ prevented the fans from getting a fight when he jumped fucking ship, signed to another network, fought Povetkin on another network. Hence,
Deontay Wilder has said on your show he's a free agent. He can move to whatever network he wants. So he hasn't prevented anything. You're talking about smart business decision. That's irrelevant. Listen. AJ is a UK fighter. Listen, AJ hasn't signed anything with Dazn.
Bro, Jack, you've been talking for like 20 minutes. Damn,
If you're talking nonsense, I'm not going to let you talk nonsense.
You never even let me finish my thought, bro.
Anytime somebody says anything remotely negative about AJ is nonsense.
Jack, I never even finished my thought about the numbers. You stopped it. You don't even. I never finished my thought. I'm still holding my thought.
Because it's irrelevant. I'm saying that.
I never finished.
What you deem irrelevant, it may not be irrelevant to the people listening.
You're not
Jack,
listening.
you keep cutting off. You're cut off.
For everyone, Jack.
Coming
for
everyone. Go on your rest.
Dude, he is. Jack, you keep talking. This is all Jack for the last 20 minutes.
They calling him Jack the Ripper in the chat.
Yo, the fact is, when I brought up the numbers earlier and I brought up these million numbers, okay, they're priced different, right? The UK numbers are priced way different. So when you see millions of UK pay-per-views and you see US pay-per-views, there's always going to be a cultural difference. AJ has never did a US pay-per-view. This will always go on. When you look at, his numbers is 15 million, right? 1,500,000. At what price? Bring the price to the US. You do that here, everyone would say you're clearly the A side. There's an obviously different market. You can't compare them. You can't compare AJ because he's never did a US pay-per-view. Ever. He's never did a US pay-per-view.
Have you finished?
He's never did one.
Is that your point?
Go ahead.
It doesn't matter if he's not done a US pay-per-view run. He isn't the one that is saying, I am worth this. So I accept it's 50-50. I'm not doing the fight. He's now saying he's willing to negotiate. Wilder is putting himself in a position where we have to watch what he does. Eddie Hearn is saying, these guys do these numbers in the pay-per-view, then yes, his value is increased. His profile is raised. And what he's doing, he's risking losing all of that again by doing, if Eddie Hearn admits that your profile is raised and I'm now prepared to discuss what you want, and you go and do another pay-per-view that could prevent that from happening, then you're shooting yourself in the foot. So everybody that is talking about, these are the numbers that he needs to do, we need to compare what AJ did, he is the one that can potentially ruin this fight from happening by doing bad numbers.
They both
Breazeale.
Can.
Oh my
they
gosh.
both can. They're different markets,
Let
Jack.
him finish, bro. Let him finish so we can get on with this. Guy, is that your point, Jack?
My point is, my point is very simple. Yes, Wilder's done very well to get the attention of some people that seem to be stalling. They've now accepted that your profile is raised. He's jumped through the hoops. He's got there. He's nearly at the top. And what he stands to do right now is potentially lose all of that by fighting Breazeale and doing 100,000. And then you go to Eddie Hearn, and Eddie Hearn goes, well, look, I told you, your profile hasn't really raised. It was all fury. Because now look at the numbers he did with Breazeale. There is something to compare it with. Why give them that ammunition and prevent the fight from happening?
Cut it.
All right.
Oh, wow. Thank you.
Mike, go ahead.
Oh, bro, I don't fucking know, bro. Khan, man, take it away, bro.
I mean, I have to agree with Jack. I get exactly what he's saying. You are putting yourself in a worse bargaining position if it doesn't go well. However, we also have to admit, the same way, Jack, you're absolutely right in everything that you did say. Wilder does put himself in a better bargaining position if it does well. So the same way, I get you're looking at it from if it goes worse and he does terrible numbers, 100% I do agree. And he has to take up that B-side position with pride. Stop talking about, you need to come to us and da-da-da-da-da. None of that if it does bad numbers. But if this pays off and the gamble pays off and they do well, then he's put himself in a better position. The same way when he took the Fury fight, we originally thought, well, if Fury beats him, or he's gonna be in a worse position. But it was a draw. He put on he knocked him down twice. Eddie Hearn has come out and said he's put himself in a better position. So if this does pay off, I think it could. You could look at it from the other angle too, that it could benefit him in the long run. But it is a risk. It's a huge gamble. It can go either way. It can go either very well or it can go very bad.
If we're looking at the position, I think we gotta quit looking at that and gotta look at the reason why this fight is going to be on pay-per-view. The reason it's going to be on pay-per-view because they have to pay Wilder. They can't, like I said, go back down and pay Wilder $5-6 million. They have to pay him somewhere close to that $20 million he was going to make in the Fury rematch. So in order to do that, you have to put this fight on pay-per-view and drive up that revenue. And that's the only reason, in my opinion, this fight will be on pay-per-view. And we heard it from Eddie Hearn, like you can't go back down and give a guy $8 million when he's going to make 20. So therefore, the fight the American fans might have to go in their pockets and pay for a pay-per-view fight for Wilder.
But then, Mike, my question is, go ahead, Ron. Go ahead.
There are two different markets. Granted, the fact that the number itself, what I stated from the beginning, which was told as a shot, was just a gauge to either look at high or below and take it for whatever you need. Now, at this point, Wilder has never successfully did his own just UK pay-per-view, or has he? Regardless, at that point, if they count the Tyson Fury or Wilder is in a totally different market, as well as AJ's in a totally different market. Comparing AJ's success, it's like comparing Wilder's success in the UK. At the end of the day, they don't have a neutral ground. It's so much easier when the US pay-per-views compare with other US pay-per-views and clearly have a decisive, I'm the A side, you're the B side. Look at our similar US pay-per-views. We can't, at the end of the day, they're just so different market-wise that we can't compare them. And even if you look at this as a gauge, Jack, which I can look at it and say, look, if he did really bad on this pay-per-view, that would hinder him in negotiations. There's still different markets at the end of the day. And publicly at this point, we don't have all the analytics to assess them because Anthony Joshua will be on DAZN. We don't know the viewership. We can't make these assumptions. At the end of the day, we're just going off of what we see off of perception in another market. They're two different markets.
So I guess it's my turn now, right? So I just want to say, bro, look, we could be the Jacks and the Cons of the world and look at the glasses half empty to suit our narrative, or we could be the very gullible and optimistics people of the world like me and Mike. Look, when Wilder fought Stiverne in the rematch, the UK public laughed at him. They tried to shame him. The American fans were not happy with the rematch. We didn't want it. But when he fought him, it went viral. It raised his profile. It forced Eddie Hearn, who felt that Stiverne shouldn't be in there, to discuss the knockout in the fashion in which Wilder knocked him out. So regardless of what you guys think, if the performance supersedes the level of opponent, it will get spoken of. The same way that Teofimo knocks out Menard and whoever else he knocked out, but it matters because of the fashion in which he knocked them out. Similar to Gennady Golovkin and all the people he was knocking out before he actually stopped knocking people out when he started fighting real people. But that's the difference in Wilder. The Tyson Furies of the world still go down. So I don't know. It doesn't necessarily have to be a bad thing. They can sell it in so many different ways with the violence that created this fight. And if the knockout happens, depending how that knockout happens, another Stiverne-like knockout can be definitely a highlight reel.
I have a question though. Why can't Showtime guarantee Wilder money without it having to be a pay-per-view?
Got a budget, right?
So because I'm not sure if they're putting this in Brooklyn, which is set to be, or in Vegas, they can't guarantee Wilder the money that they are wanting to put it on because they think that this is going to make that money that they want to give Wilder. Essentially, they can only raise that through putting on a pay-per-view.
I'm not sure that's how it happens because a guarantee is guaranteed regardless of the numbers. Pay-per-view is usually back end. You usually get back end money on the pay-per-view, like however many pay-per-views it buys. Sometimes the contract could state like AJ and Big Baby, right? He said in his contract for the UK pay-per-view buys, once it exceeds a certain amount, he gets a certain percentage. Usually in America, like with the Mayweather negotiations, he would usually give you like $1 off every pay-per-view, but that's extra mil, so you're cool with that. It all depends how they work it. And remember, the pay-per-view also goes to the network or the provider. So I don't know. There's a lot of things here that we don't know. Like every time I talk to more industry people, that's what they say. Like, there's so much that we don't know. We think we know, but there's just so much that we don't know. We're just trying to piece it together. It doesn't mean that we're not close. It doesn't mean that we're not close to these conversations and negotiations, but obviously there is language that we don't know. We need a contract. We need an official contract one day. But that you're in the right place. A year ago, Eddie tried to make me look like a liar for saying that contracts don't get signed till the week of or the night of. And more fighters are saying it. We just had Manny Robles saying it on the show the other day. We had Dillian White saying it, Big Baby saying it. It's the nature of the beast, man. Like, depending who you work with, you just take their word because you guys are businessmen and, you want to do repeat business. So it can be an issue. Like, you can use that as a negotiation tactic and as an argument point. Oh, sign the contract. But in actuality, how many big fights have happened where the contract didn't get signed till the night of, It just works that way.
I think the answer to Khan's question is they don't have the money. And that's the reason why they're trying to generate extra revenue through pay-per-view.
But do you know that?
Well, that's what Eddie said in his that's why I called him the puppet master at the beginning of this show by saying
cheap though, because you can't just repeat what Eddie says.
No, but I understand. Listen. If he throws a number out like 15 mil, and then Showtime are doing a pay-per-view in order to generate that kind of money where they can offer it to him. Otherwise, they would have just offered it to him flat out. They're trying to keep him on their network at the expense of his potential career, at the expense of what he can generate with AJ later on. So they're thinking about themselves.
At the expense of the fans. They're keeping
at the expense of the fans.
At the expense of the fans.
Fair enough. And that's why the first thing I said is that Eddie's a puppet master. Throwing out a number like 15 mil, Dazn can give it to him. Showtime can't. Showtime think, listen, we can give you that money if we put it on pay-per-view. He's at risk now of doing less numbers and potentially not having as good a bargaining position. That's the only point I was alluding to with numbers.
Real quick, if he negotiated this well and he gets a 3-city press tour, 200 isn't, again, keep in mind, David Lemieux, Gennady Golovkin did 170. Daniel Jacobs, Gennady, did 170. Sergey Kovalev, Andre Ward, 190. So again, you can say, Wilder did 200. America's happy with that. We're talking about our goal.
I'd be happy with it too. Remember, I said 200 is a good number. I'm accepting that.
He will do it.
Well, if he does, then it's cool. Then everything is cool.
All we got to do is off the top of our head, let's name other pay-per-views that's done less. We could all Google. Like, there's not many. And the people there are, like the ones that have done less, you can gauge the fighters. Like, there's obviously more interest in the heavyweight division. I'm not saying Breazeale is the perfect B-side. Believe me, he is not. But 200, that's not a lot to ask, I don't think.
And Jack, for your point, and I'm not saying what you're saying is wrong. The fact is, this is a small community. Boxing is small. You don't know exactly what's going on. Maybe Eddie heard a tip that this would have been on pay-per-view. So at a point, if he felt like, well, I'm not going to get it, there's always these little tricks that these guys do. They all talk to each other. I was just next to Showtime producers the other day, and I was hearing stuff that I knew about, all this stuff that's popping on Mike Coppinger already. Like all these stuff, these sources, I heard them all just walking around. So they talk, they hear, maybe they were like, look, we're doing our own pay-per-view, F off. Okay, well, cool. I can go out, run it, $15 million. I'm going to pay more, even though I won't get it, than what I heard that they're going to pay Deontay Wilder. It's a game, you know what I mean? And I'm not saying
I'm calling him a puppet master.
So maybe he didn't.
Hey man, no offense. We got a bed. No. We got a bed.
Mike, let me just say this last thought. You can finish it off. I'm just saying.
We got a ton of super chats. We got a ton of callers.
I know.
If you're gonna respect that he's a puppet master, you got to respect that there's sheep out there. that just repeat what he says.
And that's all I'm saying. Like, the simple fact is, you can't believe that he's the one driving the price. He probably already knows it's already that price.
Anybody else want to say
it's common knowledge, I want to say, for a guy like Eddie. He has certain people's phone numbers. It's not hard for him to call Louis DeCubas and find out any information. And if not Louis, someone else in the circle, Lou DeBella, maybe. You know, he's got people he can call. Remember, he's calls Mikey directly. So if he's saying 8 million, it's probably because he already knows what Mikey is being offered. But remember, he couldn't listen. Eddie is a puppet master, and unfortunately, there are a lot of you out there that are sheep because you keep believing that he is this god when he keeps failing.
But then there's you can't call the UK people sheep when you hang off every word. You said earlier, a couple of minutes ago, if you watch the show back, you actually said you said the UK and you said sheep. Now you can't say that because you hang off every word that Wilder says too. You hang off every word that Shelley Finkel says too. So you're a sheep too. If you're gonna call other people sheep, you're gonna have to accept your position as a sheep too.
Sure. Give me an example of which word I hung off of for Wilder and then for Shelley.
Actually, I remember very clearly, I think one day on a show, you clearly said, oh, you can't go into detail or say what you really want to say in case Wilder doesn't invite you to his camp life. Did you or did you not say that?
What the I don't remember that.
You don't remember that? Oh, okay, but see, my memory is sharp, so I remember you saying that on a show. So my opinion is that you clearly favor Wilder. So anything Wilder says, and when he comes on, you take his word for it. When Wilder says, I don't want to do this, you say, there you have it. You've heard it. You convince the listeners that what Wilder is saying is truth. And that means you're a sheep. You're not coming from a neutral standpoint.
I don't convince the listeners because what I do is bring Wilder on the show. He tells you what he's feeling. You choose to associate what he says with me. I brought him on the show. I go interview Eddie and AJ and ask them a question. I don't know what you're talking about. I sit here and give my opinion every day, but I also get theirs. Totally.
Are we going to keep the schedule or are we going to bicker?
That's cool. Let's keep the schedule.
Chats. We got a ton of callers.
Mike, you mad?
Yeah, Mike's sound real mad.
Don't you need like a little? Don't you need like a little Eddie Hearn guy? No, say, hey man, time. It's time. You know, don't you need one of them guys? If not,
Mike care about is the betting show. He just wants to
back out. I'll back off. You know what I'm saying? And chill out.
We're gonna go to the super chats. We got Eric Cruz said this time next week we will have a new Border Wars WBC champ. And it will be yours truly. Don't forget, you'll be unified, champ, because you got that Ring magazine. Andrew says, laugh out loud. This fight is losing. The pay-per-view needs to sell 400,000 to have 15 million left over after the satellite and cable companies get their split. It's not. Andrew again, laugh out loud. Showtime will be out of boxing by 2021.
Brandon Maurice says, I'll be shocked if this fight does 150K. Shaking my head.
Nash says, AJ and Deontay Wilder next fights will show who's the A side.
Jeffrey Rodriguez says, Wilder always goes viral. Put respect on his name.
He came back with another one, said, Fury ain't do shh. How he A side on ESPN.
Mookie B. What up, fellas? Stop letting them UK boys to tell you numbers. The UK don't give numbers. Remember, they don't even know money. Pounds. Oh, okay, PD, pounds, yeah. Okay. Yeah, y'all know pounds. Yeah, that's right. Eddie Hearn said like the numbers aren't public. Like you got to go down to to some place and
Sky released them. They didn't article.
But they always like release them like verbatim of Eddie. Like I don't never see like no clips of this does this or this does that.
I mean, what do you mean that Eddie Hearn never? I don't know if Eddie Hearn revealed the exact numbers that are available online though. I think he said he's done over 1 million or he's done 1.5.
Exactly.
Eddie's the only one that says what the pay-per-view done. We ain't got nothing else. If you go show me where someone else says it's not Eddie releasing those numbers. But anyway, Andre Dioganu says Jack really works for IFL Coogan instead of TBV. Andre comes back and says, I don't know. Is that F for fuck Wilder?
Damn,
Fuck Wilder.
Wilder, damn.
Let's start the betting show. I need money. Sign up to Patreon, fanboys. Hit the like button. Hashtag y'all worry about money too much.
My guy Wile E. Coyote, ball game. So Showtime smoking a bad bag of dope. Pay-per-view for this BS. Somebody trying to pimp the fans. Man, put this shit on Fox. Real talk.
There you have it. The public has spoken.
Hold on. We got one more from Jack Kilsby. Mike get real sensitive when people talk about his baby mama Deontay. Damn. I was Lady Bud. I mean, damn, you got to make your mind up, man.
They don't know what you are. Bro.
Wait till next month, man. It's gonna be a lot of Lady Bud shit coming around. Oh, it's gonna woo. American, I feel sorry for you. Hey, big ups to Teofimo Lopez and Shakur Stevenson. They will be on that undercard, so big ups to those guys. First time on pay-per-view. I know both of those guys will do something spectacular on the undercard.
Remember to rate us 5 stars on iTunes.
These calls are brought to you by El Camino Electrical Services, experts in electric vehicle charging stations. For consultations and turnkey installation, visit us at elcaminoelectricalservices.com.
614 watching, 174 thumbs up, man. If you're watching right now, go ahead and smash that thumbs up button. And if you're calling in, please bring me that damn energy. Y'all heard us for almost an hour and a half, so give me something, man. Give me something with y'all a minute and 30 seconds. Let's go.
And make sure that you are not on Bluetooth, not on speakerphone. You don't got the radio playing in the background, and you got your thoughts in order because it is drive-by. We got Patreon-only show to get to.
Drive-by!
So it is that time. Going out to
Alabama.
I want Joshua. Joshua, come and see me, baby. If he doesn't hide, no more ducking, no more dodging, no more excuses.
BoxingVoice.com.
What up, Javi?
Fuck you. Hey, tell me what's the difference between so y'all say, oh, Breazeale shouldn't be on pay-per-view because he fought a while. I mean, Joshua already beat him and all that shit. So why did y'all let Joshua put motherfucking Eric Molina on pay-per-view, put Takam on pay-per-view? Like, come on now, let's be honest then. If we gonna be honest, let's be honest, bro. Y'all let him put all these bum
there's no
ass
such thing as honest with these people, bro. There's always double standards.
You put Dominic Breazeale, Eric Molina, and Carlos Takam on pay-per-view, bro. And y'all complain about Deontay wanting to fight Breazeale on pay-per-view?
Nobody's complaining about Deontay wanting to fight. Pay attention to what we're talking about.
Fighter, Deontay got the most consistent numbers on TV. I'm just
pay attention. Who's complaining about him going on pay-per-view?
Let the caller get his call, man. You had an hour and a half, and also don't put me no motherfucking Wikipedia link in the chat. Anybody can go on Wikipedia and edit that shit. Give me some real facts.
Let me get to pound for pound supporter RMV.
Yeah, hello.
What up, champ?
Yeah, man. I just want to say real quick, that boy Jackie, I never realized he had so much sheep in his blood, but he need to realize that one thing only. He's scared. What you seeing right now is a scared little boy, because he keeps saying, "Why would Wilder risk it? I mean, why would he be a man and risk it all and become the A side? Because that boy sell over $250,000 to $300-something thousand. AJ gonna be real afraid of that negotiation. That's what they're afraid of. UK people don't want facts, because the more Wilder fights, the more he fights other people, facts, and he ain't got nowhere to run. And then he gonna prove even more that he a duck. I'm out.
All right, thanks for calling in. We're going out to Michael in the UK. Talk to me.
What's going on, Mike?
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, how's it going, guys? Yeah, like, you know, I knew this was going to happen. As soon as Eddie Hearn said 15 million and ESPN was making offers to Deontay Wilder, then obviously Wilder, common sense, you know, what are you going to offer me? So that's what they've done. So yeah, so I'm not surprised about it. The question is all these Wilder fans going to be paying £75 to watch him on pay-per-view? That's the big question. If he doesn't, there's going to be egg on his face and he's going to be moving to another network. If they do, then he's going to stay on Showtime. It all comes down to how much this pay-per-view potentially will be, and how much and
dollars,
how many
not
people buy it.
pounds. Dollars.
Sorry.
Facts, Scholar. Facts.
Cut it.
I agree with everything besides the egg.
Let me get to sheesh. We are packed like a champ.
Oh my God, let's go, big dog.
Oh,
45 seconds.
DC.
What up, DC Chocolate City? What up, Marcus? Can you hear us?
Sorry about
Got
that. Start over.
90 seconds.
Bye, UK Sheep. Eddie got y'all food, no contract, no bread. Joshua got y'all due too. Come on, y'all. How much more, man? We got to get. Where's all the Jamaicans and Africans in the UK? Isn't goat and sheep part of the staple? Won't y'all start eating some of these sheep up, man? We don't have to hear all this bad every goddamn day, man. We already know what it is, man. When the Fury fight and Wilder fight did better than they thought, AJ ain't had no dad's partner, you knew the crime was coming, man. Fuck y'all. Y'all know what it is, TBV, man. I'm out.
Big up Marcus, man.
Jack, let me go out to good morning.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to introduce to you a young fella, and he comes from the Magnolia.
Third Coast in the building.
Ooh. Look, man, shout out to all the callers that's calling in, you heard me? You know what I'm saying? Hit that thumbs up. We're going to rock it out like that. Shout out to my man, JD. See, bro, I'm going to try to find them tickets. I'm trying to make sure they got enough room for me and my people over there, you heard me? So I'm going to look that up today. All right, let's get to the show, bro. Look, man, so all that shit cool, but we gotta get to the callers quicker than that, dog. Y'all was on this motherfucker going back and forth about the same shit, bruh. And say, bruh, Jack, let me let y'all know something, Jack. Y'all gonna be in a hole every day y'all come on this show because Eddie Hearn do too many interviews. Aim and Shelly Figure, they're not in the public eye like that, so it's not too much information we can really run off with them. See, Eddie Hearn gonna lie.
Cut it.
Going out to Detroit.
Straight to the point for those with attention deficit. I'm so repetitive, so I gotta repeat. Stainless from the streets to the deep. I'm coming with that heat. All you need to know about me, I'm coming with that heat.
Yeah, fellas, what up? You know what I'm saying? TVV for life. I'm gonna have to pretty much agree with Marcus from DC and damn near every other US I had. I don't know what's up with Jack Face, man. He sound like Jack is the truth. He sound like Eddie Hearn in blackface right now, man. You need to stop TVV. You know what I'm saying? Like, come real over here, bro. Don't play us like that, man. You know?
Bro, that's cold.
We get it. You got your agenda and your narrative and shit. Respect where you at, bro. As I always say, please make sure you push your thumbs up. Share this in every episode of the Boxing Voice podcast. TVV for life, man. Peace.
Yo, Jack, what you do?
I have no clue, bro. I never understand when callers call on to level insult, but they don't make any point.
They're so sensitive, so sensitive. Oh my, they're so sensitive.
You guys got some nerve calling people sensitive. The way you scream and shout the minute we say anything bad about
Ness, you know.
Don't you think he just say what he disagrees with rather than know where you're at?
This all started because I
Eddie
said
Hearn
some
in
numbers, man. I said some numbers, and then Jack
Ron,
said
it's
it
your
was a
fault.
shock.
Right.
All right, let's keep it moving. We got Rue in the 504.
What's going on, Rue?
What's happening, fellas? Good morning. Yeah, this one will be way better on Fox. I mean, I think Fox has been doing a pretty decent job at promoting these PBC fights this year. Put this thing on Fox and get Wilder some more exposure because I don't think it's going to move that many numbers on pay-per-view on its own. But that's my call.
When you start doing boomerangs, bring Javi back. He ready.
Javi, talk to us. Javi.
I got you. I'm back. All right, bro. It's just the fact of, look, y'all can't keep saying, oh, you call him a sheep because he said what came out of Deontay Wilder's mouth. He said he repeated what Deontay said. Yes, He can repeat what Deontay said. It came out of his mouth. We ain't heard shit out of AJ mouth. You repeating what AJ promoter said. You ain't repeating what AJ said, motherfucker. So we don't even know AJ thoughts, damn near, bro. We don't know what AJ think about shit. I don't know what he think about nothing, bro. He's scared, bro. This nigga is tucking his tail just like you do. You just keep talking and say irrelevant shit that make no sense when you try and make points. Y'all are tripping. I'm sorry, but it's
Cut it. Going out to Stunner in New Jersey. Talk to me.
What's going on, Stunner?
Yo, what's up, TBV? All right, let me break this down real quick. First off, as far as Wilder Bane pay-per-view, last time I checked, Floyd went 50 and 0 on Showtime pay-per-view. There's not one moment of his fights that ever went viral. 2, Wilder, like 3 out of Wilder's last 4 or 5 fights have went viral. 3, listen, all this talk about, Breazeale isn't worthy and shit like that. Last time I checked, Breazeale and Dylan White each got knocked out in the 7th round. The only difference is White was slumped over the fucking ropes. The Breazeale got up after like fucking 10 seconds. You know what I mean? 4th, Wilder can fight a fucking subway worker. I'm still gonna fucking pay for this shit.
Cut it. You know,
and don't forget,
that part, the Breazeale is invaluable now when Dillian White has been lobbying to do a pay-per-view in the UK with him and been expressing how valuable he is over Luis Ortiz, and the fact that AJ already did a pay-per-view with him. The double standard that Wilder all of a sudden fighting Dominic Breazeale is, waste. Sounds crazy, but
let's get it straight. Let's get it right.
Don't forget,
Nobody said it's a waste.
Oh, talk to me.
Cut it.
What's going on, Lou?
Yeah, man. You know what it is, Decatur, Georgia. I got 3 quick things for y'all. I like the fight. Wilder need to stay busy, so fuck with everybody time if you don't like it. 2, I want to say thank you for pushing the ATL narrative for the promotion at your little dinner. And 3, Ness, who can Bud Crawford fight next, other than Sean Porter and Spencer, of course, because they trying to fight each other, that you would agree for him to fight?
Man, that it's hard to think because I want to be realistic, unless he's going to send $15 million offers, which I'm obviously exaggerating, but I'm saying that because we're talking heavyweight division. That's the offers coming across the table. But obviously, look, I mean, Earl and Mikey are rumored to get fucking 9 figures. Crazy word.
Jack, mute.
Back over there bugging. But yeah, it's difficult to say, man. I want Crawford to fight the IBO champion Thelani Minge from South Africa. You know what I mean? Let him unify this way. It forces Earl Spence to be the B-side because he would have 2 titles.
Hey man, real quick, March 15th, we will be down in Dallas, Texas, you know what I'm saying, for the Earl Spence and Mikey Garcia fight. We will have Border Wars 4. Headlining will be Eric Cruz and Canadian Jose. Also, May 31st, we will be in Manhattan, have a fan appreciation night, along with Border War. Huh?
I said, that's right.
Go ahead and get your
board. Who else? El Camino.
You can't just take over my motherfucking promotional thing, bro. May 31st. Go ahead and get your tickets right now. We got them on sale. Go over to ThaBoxingvoice.com. Check them out. And right now, Ness will have sponsors for you guys to figure out what we're doing. Go ahead, Ness. Sorry.
Grab bags, goodies. Yo, that's what I'm saying. That's why I like it. Don't matter. All the splashing, all the Nest cafes is all worth it. We're sitting in a dinner around, people that you never really thought you'd be there, right? And then they're like, yo, when are you having another event like that? And I'm like, yeah, smiles. All smiles. You know what I mean?
Big ups, man. May 31st is going down. Rooftop, Manhattan. All your favorite fighters going to be there. Past champions, current champions.
May 31st, kind of like June. May 31st is going to be nice and hot. That New York, summer weather. We're going to be on the roof. It's going to be cool.
And this will be the first time that the brand new IBO belt will be on the line. Don't know who's going to be on the line with quite yet, but it will be on the line. It's a beautiful belt. Big ups to IBO.
Mike, Javier, he talks a lot in the group chat, in the production, but he's never on this show. So again, like a lot of these American callers that call in and they cry and they're sensitive, I feel like if you're really about it, especially if you're in the production chat, come on the show. Be sent a link. Last night you were invited on the show and you cried. You said, "Oh, I'm not about this life. I'm not about it. I'm busy. I'm watching something. I'm going to the cinema. I'm helping my mom." Call into the show. Like, be on the show. Be on it. Debate it with us. Don't use no 45 seconds. Don't use no 30 seconds and beg for a boomerang. Come on the show and be part of the panel.
Damn.
Not only that, like,
you had a chance last night, dog.
Nah, but it's not.
I asked you.
But Mike, it's not only that.
Tell him, okay.
Right? It's more about like, stop typing so much. You don't talk in your head so that when you call, that's what comes out your mouth instead of like. And it's not a shot at just hobby, you know what I'm saying? But a lot of people like they get so riled up that when they call in, it's like, man, fuck, and then there's like 10 seconds left to say your points, and now you know you made none. Just think about that. But let me get to some more boomerangers. They calling in, they coming in by the tons, and we appreciate every last Patreon supporter. Don't forget, today we got an early betting show. Then we got a live fight chat for the UK fight fans and the hardcore fight fans that wanted to see Anthony Yarde versus Travis Reeves. We ain't doing it because Reeves is an American. We doing it because Reeves' trainer said that the boxing voice counted him out, and they're gonna fucking shock the world.
Nigga, we doing it because Anthony Yarde is a motherfucking lion. Lions in the camp.
Lions in the camp, and I'll be
Lions in the
live.
camp. We don't get weak.
IG.
We get deep.
We get deep.
We don't get weak.
We get deep. You know
Lions in the camp.
Sound like you more of a fan.
Fuck was that?
You sound more like a fan of Yarde than Jack. I don't know.
Nigga, Yarde, my guy, bro. Like, I'm telling y'all, bro. When I first started watching boxing, I was a big ass Wilder fan. Wilder brought me in. But I started watching DBN, and Anthony Yarde was one of the first interviews I seen. Deontay was actually in his hotel room giving an interview. This when he was like 8-0, man. And ever since then, I've been a big ass fan of Yarde. So big ups to him, bro.
Called him a poor man's Bouassi, but that ain't my business.
I called him a who? Whoa.
To this day, to this day, to this. Sing along if you know the words. Come on.
KO, what's going on, brother?
What's going on, peoples? Can you hear me?
We hear
you.
Yeah. Good stuff. Listen, Jack the truth. Yeah, don't just ignore them guys. Just keep giving them the truth. This usual shit they don't like to learn, innit? So you educate them every now and then.
I hear you, brother.
Understand? Some of these US callers that come on and call UK people shit. Like, if you was using your brain, wouldn't it for you to push your champion Wilder to fight? And you don't have to pay 75. I don't understand.
You're breaking up,
why
champ.
some US
How about you pay $75 for a fucking new phone, you fucking sheep? How about that? Can't even get your point off because your phone
the show,
sucks.
and he always has connection problems.
Nah,
you gotta call me with that intro and then.
Yeah, like Malaysia. KO, where you at, man? Where you at?
In the fucking tunnel?
Where you at?
No. What? Can you not hear me?
Nah, you breaking up bad, but what country you in?
A bunker?
I'm in London, man. I'm from the UK.
Damn, champ. Well, you gotta get that shit. I thought you was like in Africa or some shit. How the fuck you in the UK with that type of signal? Come on. You got to get that together. But let me go to Solomon. Let's go.
Come on.
Let's go! I'm ready!
What's going on, big dog?
Yes, I'm ready. Long time, man. Oh, God.
Hey, Solomon, are you happy to see you got Jack is the Truth and the Khan here representing for you?
Yeah, they got a backbone, man.
Yeah, no, shout them out, man. They're killing you all day. Not Jack the Truth, the other guy. Yeah, he's been killing buds.
Bro.
Bro, you ain't that, bro. You like, nigga, you ain't George.
Call him King of
Who you
Khan.
think you is, bro?
Call him the king.
I already need to give you props and everything, bro. It's all good.
No, listen. Did you boys see that Shelly Finkel on the Boxing Social? A couple of days ago it dropped.
Yeah. I watched a little bit of it. I ain't finished it.
All right, so in that though, yeah, he basically confirms that he's the one that's blocking the fight just because Eddie said he was at dinner and that. Like, your man, he needs a new manager. Like, That's where the sheep really coming from. Like, there's the
Bruh,
shepherd,
how
and
is he
that's the
blocking
sheep.
the fight when he called Eddie? Eddie says, I'm at dinner, I can't talk. So he says, fine, call me tomorrow, and he doesn't call him tomorrow. Come on.
No. He called Eddie the following day, and Eddie didn't answer.
It's a big fight. It's a big deal. You can't be catching feelings like that, and then you're blocking the whole man just because. That's like me blocking you.
Your man
because
can't be
I have to
catching
wait.
feelings.
That's
Why
all.
your man
Sure,
rather
I'm
have
talking.
dinner than talk about $150 million fight? Huh? Why your man rather have dinner than talk about $150 million fight? That's the issue right there, champ.
Yo, I can't.
You said to Wilder, yeah, look, let's meet AJ and sit down and let's just get something, innit? He would have done it. But Shelly's got such an ego. I don't even know why your man's even listening to Shelly like that. What's he done for him?
Bro, what you mean what he done for him? He's a millionaire. You wilding.
And Dillian White's not.
I'm not saying Dillian isn't, but you got to understand, guys. Come on, man. Try and like put yourself in these shoes. None of us are millionaires. Whoever comes and make us a millionaire, are we not going to have some sort of loyalty to them? Are we not going to think that they guided our career sensibly? Like, I mean,
speak for yourself. I know a millionaire.
Do you know what I mean? When he said
I know a millionaire. Somebody just sent me a ticket worth $21,000, so he balling. No, I'm just bullshitting.
I mean, we all know millionaires, but that don't mean that we are millionaires.
I'm just fucking around there. Damn, bro.
I think that, we get carried away. Like when Wilder said we worrying about money is because right now he is well off. He got a couple mil. He chilling. He wants generational wealth. He knows it will come. He keeps telling y'all, I'm with Al Heyman. Like, you can't mention a super fight not made without Al Heyman. It don't exist. So, like, whether you think time is running out, bro, Al Heyman is driving that career. And
I gotta understand.
Right. They're gonna
been doing this shit for a long time, man. Not
Okay.
only in boxing, but music too. Like,
Yeah.
Al is a businessman.
The chat is saying that DAZN should get rid of Ak and Barack and they should sign Jack and Ak.
I'm down. Are you down?
Okay.
I'm down, brother. I'm down.
Jack,
Do it.
Ack. That don't even sound right. Jack and Ack. you tried to jack Ock's name and pronounced it wrong.
That's what it
Well,
says in the chat.
Y'all gonna send?
Do you know what Ak's full name is? Do you know what Ak's full name is?
His name is actually exactly York.
Like you,
Exactly.
yeah.
Okay, his name is
Akin.
Akin Reyes, though. It's Reyes, last name Reyes.
If they do that, they guaranteed to go bankrupt. Okay.
You mean like Showtime is guaranteed to not have money?
I don't know. See, if Showtime would have sent that.
You're right, because look, Ak and Barack get to, kind of do their own thing. You see, they take Canelo to shop and they take AJ to get a hat and all that. I mean, these guys would just want to put oil on AJ.
Yeah. Hey, you need some oil in your back, dog. Right here.
Every scene they massage it, AJ is like, whoa, man, we want to boxing, guys. Let's get some more callers. We went to Solomon. We're gonna go out to my man, your man. He's been listening to the show forever. Normally on his commute. I don't think he drives anymore from Orlando to Tampa, but whatever the case may be. Dennis in Florida, knowing that your weather is way better than mine. Shit, after that introduction, he drops off. You believe that? He ain't want that smoke. Let me see who's over here. Sal, talk to me in Milwaukee.
What up, Sal? Milwaukee. Giannis Antetokounmpo. I said it.
Hey, what up, fellas? What up? Hey, you know I'll be late on some shit, so I'm gonna skip this topic. Hey, this nigga Mike do not need to do shows by himself.
Man, let's go. What happened?
Shout out to nigga from fourth grade he was in the Sandlot with. Like, bro, we talking boxing and you just gonna shout out everybody the whole damn time.
Hey, man, I'm shouting out people, you know what I'm saying?
Bro.
It don't matter, bro. That's my time. That's my time, nigga. That's my time. Nah, fuck that. Don't come on. This is my shows, nigga.
Let him have his cool. Let him have his cool, Mike.
Shout out, Mike. Hey, shout out to the Uber driver who grabbed my ass when he put me in my wheelchair. Like,
whoa. Hey, I don't know what the fuck he talking about.
Caller of the year. Caller of the year.
Okay, hey, listen, check this out.
Hey, Ness, I'm convinced though. We don't need no UK correspondent, man. These niggas crazy, dog. Like they'd catch Eddie lying and be like, "So what, he lying? That's Eddie, my brother. That's Eddie, my brother. He makes shit happen, my brother." Like, dog, get that shit out of here. If you catch a nigga in the line, it's FaceTime. It's time to cut the nigga off. If we catch Deontay Wilder lying about some shit he said,
cut it. Hey, what he failed to mention, there was a female Uber driver. Just by the way.
I didn't want to cut that call. That shit was
I'm
classic.
bullshit. That shit did not happen at all. It was good. But hey, if you want to find out if it happened, go back and listen to TBV recap on Tuesday and Wednesday nights every week. Tuesday, Wednesday nights every week.
Shout out to Rue in the 504. He said, man, Mike's daily recaps are great. Let me get to Dennis in Tampa. I just gave you this huge introduction and you jumped off. How are you, brother? How's that Florida weather, man? I'm coming. I'm telling you. I'm on a countdown.
Can you hear me now?
We hear you, brother.
Oh, cool, man. I'm homesick, but they had a show that I missed. So even when I'm off, I'm listening to you guys. It's like my therapy. Yo, man, I wish I had called in because everybody's been playing free agent because everybody thinks they're Mayweather. So if you notice, everybody's trying to do their own thing. And now Tyson Fury's the first one that said, fuck that. I'm going to join a platform so that everybody's got to follow me. And that's creating a domino effect because everybody's signing to someone now. So if Wilder is going to keep saying, I'm with Al, that's cool. But I think the days of people being free agent is slowly going away. The only big guys that are going to be left is Michael, is Mikey, Errol, and that's it. And Wilder. After that, I don't see anybody staying in free agent.
Cut it. Wally, going out to Wally in the UK. Talk to me.
What's going on, Wally? Yo.
Hello?
Yes, sir. We can hear you loud and clear.
How you doing, guys? Everything good? Good show today. Loving it.
Definitely not a Wally. Who's this? This is Martin. Talk to me.
Martin, I'm the man.
Guys, the WBC, right? They ordered White against Breazeale for a mandatory spot, but then Breazeale's pulled out of it. So
nah, he didn't pull out. He didn't pull out. We don't got enough time to, tell you. You're gonna mess up your call.
They retroactive the Breazeale Molina fight that happened in 2017, and where they stated that the winner of that was the mandatory back then. So they went back on.
I know all about that, boys. I know all about that, but that was in the past, and this was ordered in the present.
But they retroactive what they said.
No, they said they went back.
They can say what they like, can't they? Honest to God, they can do as they can do anything.
Well, it's Fury's fault, though. It's Fury's fault. He chose to have an interim fight.
100%.
All right, then. So there's nothing that could be done.
Cut it.
Martin, what you got to understand is Fury was next in line due to the events that took place, due to the situation. The WBC felt, he deserved the rematch. Then he didn't want the rematch, so they had to go back to their original. Like, they're not just gonna keep Dominic Breazeale waiting. The mandation of Dominic Breazeale and Dillian White, they're saying they voided that once Fury decided not to take the immediate rematch. Since he asked for an interim, they're going back to their original mandatory, and that is Breazeale. All right, we got a new caller in the 904-434. 904-434. First time caller?
Yeah, that's me. What's going on?
I'm going to play this first time caller intro, my friend. Once that plays, let the world know your name and where you're calling from.
Ladies and gentlemen, making his professional debut.
This is Malcolm Mookie B from Florida, yo.
Mookie B, what's going on, homie?
I'm chilling, cuz. I'm chilling. Just wanted to call in, man. I ain't never called in, so I said, let me call in to the Boxing Voice, because y'all be doing y'all thing. But I just want to say a couple things, man. This Wilder fight, it's gonna be all right, man. It's not the best fight, but it's a good fight for him. He's already been in a couple tough ones. He might as well go back to showing us what he do, and that's knocking somebody the fuck out. So he needs a little touch up. But on these UK guys, man, they follow whatever narrative is going on at that time, man. It's facts versus assumptions is what it is. They always got some kind of assumptions from this guy saying something and this guy saying something. Bring up some numbers, man. I know the UK don't give out no numbers. So that's why they can keep talking about the stuff that they're talking about, is because they have no numbers. So you guys are going in circles with them. Tell them to come up with some numbers, and then y'all talk to them.
Cut it.
Bring R&V back on R&V. Boomerang.
All right. Right after Keem in Florida, talk to me.
Yo, what up, man? Every time I get a chance to call in, it be packed, bro. I gotta wait forever. But that's a good thing, though. Y'all doing your thing. Listen, man, wherever Wilder fights, I'm gonna watch that shit. I don't care if it's on pay-per-view. I don't care if it's on ESPN, Showtime. He could fight on IG Live, Facebook Live. I'm gonna watch that shit. And I'm not the only person like that. I got a lot of people that, that fuck with Wilder. He's big now, man. A lot of that comes from going viral before the fight. You know what I mean? That's a big thing now with social media. I seen a video the other day that shit's huge. I seen a video the other day of a compilation of his knockouts on Facebook that has 6 million views. Like, it's crazy. People gonna watch him fight no matter what. Dominic Breazeale's trash. We know that. That last fight he was in against that dude Negron, he was getting pieced up. Wilder gonna knock his ass out. But he needs that. I think, he had 2 tough fights. Why not let him get in there and get a big knockout? Get that another highlight reel and keep building his stock. And real quick, I see AJ coming to the USA, man. You don't see Wilder going to the UK. There's a reason for that. AJ stock dropped big time. He's got to come try to get this American money, try to come get these American fans, because that UK life ain't gonna do nothing when you selling tickets for $13. Of course you're gonna have 90,000 people at the fight. You ain't making no real money, man. And he might be getting a check, but they're losing money, I feel, on the back end. But yeah, anyways, man, Wilder gonna knock him out, and that's that.
Somebody about to rebuttal you. I hear
me too.
I hear the jungle from Jack.
Look, there's no point. There's no point, to be honest. He's gonna believe what he believes. I can't convince him.
We got a super chat from Wile E. Coyote Ball Game. On God, bruh. Jack looks like Moneybag Yo.
Let me go out,
bro. You kind of do.
New Orleans, on V, talk to me.
First of all, let me just say, Khan, stop asking for more people from production chat. You could barely handle the lines on the screen right now. You don't want no more tearing your head off daily. So I'm going to let you live. But if you want me to purchase all this shit, just so I can take your head off with the information I give you, trust me, I'll do that in the future. Next to my point. Man, the fear in y'all UK fans is laughable, bro. Like, what you think America do? We don't make stars. We make stars over here. Mayweather already played us up with this Gucci stuff. So a lot of people in the black community looking for another fighter to go to. And Deontay Wilder is it. Don't get mad and don't be scared when you see them numbers come back 300,000, 400,000. Because then you're going to be real scared. Because guess what? AJ can live now under Dazn because Dazn don't have no numbers no more. But we can live off of the pay-per-view numbers in the UK. And if he does better than the UK numbers, Jack, I don't care what you say. A-side is over here, player. Time to pay up. 60-40. Holler at your boy.
And Khan, if he really want that unfiltered dope smoke, that goddamn me swamp thick smoke, upgrade your phone, nigga. FaceTimers. We don't play no games.
Yeah, we be on FaceTime all the time, Khan. You ducking that smoke.
Ness, how much is...
Wait, who are you talking about? Me?
Yeah,
you're talking to.
Yo,
Did you upgrade? Are you on FaceTime? You the only person
I actually updated my phone, so thank you very much.
Okay,
Ness, how much is Boomerang?
Thank you very much. And go ahead, Jack. Go ahead.
How much is Boomerang status, Ness?
$40.
$40, and R&V activated it to say the same thing he said the first time. That didn't make any sense. I mean, spend your money better, brother.
Yo, he just
Jack is
lying, boy. He a
got
beast,
cold.
boy.
He got cold in his heart, man. He was looking at the screen.
Ice box where my heart used to be, ass nigga, right there.
Ice box where my heart used to be.
Yo, he just got you on V. That's what I told you. Y'all like got it. But I hear what he's saying. He's saying he don't gotta say much. He's saying you being handled already, though, Jack. But Let me
But
go
no
to
one's-
KO, man. Hopefully you
no,
got a better signal. KO, you good there?
You better now?
Yeah, we hear you.
I mean, he's still in the tunnel, still in the bunker.
Yeah, I'm gonna do an early prediction on this fight. Yeah, Wilder to win by decision. Now, when that happens, what are you not gonna say about your champion? That's what I want to know.
Hey, bro.
I just want to know, would you bet me?
I'll take that bet too.
I'll take that bet.
Me too. How much you got on it?
Decision.
I don't even want odds. I'll take that straight money bet because
Yeah, me too. Straight money. What's up? My money, get your money.
my man jumping off the cliff.
He said, "What odds you got? Nigga, I ain't got no odds, nigga. I want your money."
The same drink they gave Javier before he made all them Broner bets.
Not that bottle, this bottle.
So that's it. That's your call. You want to bet us that Breazeale goes the distance?
Yeah, come on, big dog.
Yeah, definitely.
What you got on it though? What's up? What's up? Speak on some bread. You know what I'm saying? Don't just say it. What you got? You know what I'm saying?
I think he just wants a friendly bet, Mike.
I want a friendly bet. Okay.
It's like with $1, $2, right? That's what we
See?
bet.
Okay, I feel you.
Friendly bet. He been on the Patreon show. He know about the $1, $2 gambling bet rule. I like that, KO. I like that. Let me go ahead and get to Troy. Did we ever get to Troy in Boston?
No, we have not. What's going on, Troy?
What's up, Troy?
Troy, what up?
What's up? Listen, I've been listening for the whole week. You know, I keep hearing boxing's in such a better place. No, it's not. Fighters are getting paid more, but no one's fighting. Right? People are just talking about money. No one is fighting. Okay, this whole show has been about mass chaos and other people's money, but not about any fights. Where are the fights for the true fight fans? I don't give a damn who's signing with who and all that. And Nestor, you are a sheep because you're not a manager, you're not a promoter, you're not a trainer. You talk to other people, then you come and report it back to us, which means that you're reporting what you hear, which makes you a sheep because you're not involved in anything. You're just getting you're just giving information that you heard from somebody else. So you are a sheep just like all of us, baby. Sorry. Now you cut me.
Yo, did any of you follow the Boxing Kingdom on Twitter?
Bro, don't be motherfucking publicizing no other publication on Twitter.
Espinoza just fell for a fake account.
I know, bro. He does it all the time.
He's such a clown.
He's not that Twitter savvy. You know what I'm saying?
The Boxing Kingdom announced that Dominic Breazeale versus Deontay Wilder in Showtime will be $100. And Espinosa goes absolutely false. If this was a pay-per-view, it wouldn't be $100 or anything close to that.
Oh my god!
Yeah, but how is he falling for the? What do you mean? What did they fall?
They have a big
boxing team is like propaganda shit,
but they have a huge following. Like
So and he's refusing.
No, it's the fake one. There's two Boxing Kingdoms.
There's two of them.
Oh,
yeah, but it doesn't matter. What I'm saying is, if someone is saying something, he's on Twitter all the time, and he's in charge of that network. If someone is saying a lie, what's wrong with him?
They're a troll account. They say lies. That's what their whole premise is. They come out looking like the real account saying nonsense.
So he shouldn't say the truth.
But they feel like, but they still influence people though. Like people feel
stupid. They feel like it's a win for them by getting him to respond.
Man, but at least it won't cost you $100.
For us, exactly. It's a win for us. We got information that we needed.
Exactly. True. That's true too. Stone.
Let me see. We got to a Wally, right? We got to get the Idris. Talk to me.
What's going on, Idris, man? Long time no call. Damn, it's been a long time.
I know, man. I've been busy, man. I forgot to call in. Listen, Ness, I know you saw my Luis Ortiz bet, innit? I made £200 or £3.50.
I did, bro. Why
hold on? What you bet?
Bro, he picked it. Yo, who the fuck is that? Come on, fall back, you frog voice.
Yeah. I did Ortiz by decision and the Joe Lara.
Bruh.
Wow, he did that?
Yeah, yo, you gotta call into the betting show.
Yeah, man.
Yo, how much you put up and how much you win?
And both of them included Ortiz by decision. That to me was an easy bet. But you know what? I'll give you a little one this weekend that might. I mean, Rosado is a heavy. That's next weekend after. He's a heavy under.
That's a win. Yes, sir. But Selecki though, man, he's durable.
I know what that's about. And this weekend, yeah, Callum Johnson. I'm not gonna lie to you. He's a heavy favorite. I mean, it's a bit of a gamble, but put him down to lose, you might get something back. You'll get a good amount back if he loses. I mean, I know it's Sean Monaghan, but Callum Johnson is not what people think he is. Believe me. Like
Ness is taking notes.
Nah, listen, you Patreon, man. You need to call in onto the betting show because none of this counts right here. None of this counts because not that it don't count. It's just that we talk differently. There's different language there, and you know we would like to ask questions and things like that we can't do right now.
Yeah, you know what? I'll call into the betting show about the Rosado. How comes he's about plus 600? Is what you lot call it to beat Selecki? That's
but Selecki's good though. Champ.
Yeah, Selecki's pretty good, man.
But I know he's coming off a loss, ain't he?
I mean,
I think come off a win.
He should have won that fight.
I mean, it's worth putting it on the. It might be worth putting a little.
I mean, this is the thing too.
On the
He couldn't even knock out Aries, bro.
When do you do the betting shows?
Today we actually got to get to it. So I'm gonna cut you and get to the.
We got a super chat from Wile E. Coyote Ball Game. I think at the press conference, Wilder little brother needs to slap Dominic to have the pay-per-view sale. LOL. Jack, Hopkins versus Dawson.
Fucking texting over there. You act like we don't hear all that shit.
Yeah. Bernard Hopkins versus Dawson pay-per-view, 38,000.
Wow. And then look at what Hopkins at now. We call him a legend. He did 38 with Dawson.
He's definitely a legend, though.
Let me go to Shy Money. Yeah, legend for having the lowest pay-per-view.
Bro, he a legend for fucking what he did in the sport. All right, what up, Shy Money?
Jumping out the ring when he fought Dawson the first time.
Bro, what up, Shy Money?
Shy Money X.
You muted, big homie. You muted.
Big homie. Big
Unmute.
Homie.
Y'all niggas got fucking poor podcast etiquette over there in fucking UK.
Shy Money, you unmuted now. Just talk. We hear you if you talk.
Okay, man. How y'all doing?
We doing good. How about you?
I'm fine. I'm calling from Korea. I called you the other time, like 1 month ago.
What up, champ? Korea keeping this show international. That's what I'm talking about.
Big up Korea.
Yeah, we good. I hope y'all good.
Oh, we good, man. Not as good as you.
I just have a question, bro. I'm good, bro. I have a question. As I was watching one of your show, I think it was yesterday. The show you guys asked Brian Costa whether if Errol Spence beats Mickey Garcia, is he bigger than Canelo? And he said yes. If he beats Mickey Garcia, he's bigger than Canelo. So I wanna know whether you guys believe him or.
I think the question was if Mikey Garcia beats Errol Spence, is Mikey Garcia bigger than Canelo? I think that's what's the way we.
You're right. You're right, bro. You're right.
That question. But yeah, now look, if he beats Errol Spence, man, that is a task of task that we all think is impossible. I think everybody on the panel thinks Errol Spence is going to win, and I think 90% of boxing fans think Errol Spence is going to win. So if he beats Mikey Garcia, the guy who put $21,000 down is going to be very, very happy, and Mikey Garcia will probably be, if not bigger than Canelo, possibly reach that same level as Canelo or AJ, because that is a monumental win.
Okay, thank you for that. I just want to see what you guys think about that. It's all good.
Shy Money, man, thanks for calling in all the way in Korea. I love it. I think we got to everybody. We got to get to our Patreon only betting show. So for anybody out there like Idris, man, you making he showed me the slip too, and he been listening to the show forever. I believe him. 2 pounds, bro, made him like 200 and something pounds. I'm like,
I need my motherfucking my consulting fee, man.
This is what I'm saying.
Niggas wasn't doing $2 bet if it wasn't for me, bro. Who started this motherfucking revolution?
Listen,
Jack wants some. Jack, how much you win off a $3 bet? 400? Come on, bro.
He's still on mute. But Jack did make enough money to last a month at least.
Not in London.
Not in London. Yeah, you're right.
Yo, my man out here trying to get his fan duel. What is this? An invite? Let me see what this is, bruv.
It's like one of those things where you use his thing, then he'll get like a $5 or $10 referral fee.
Nah, champ, you ain't referring in my chat. We referring in our chat. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Only thing, like, if you got a FanDuel account in this
for the AJ, yo, what? This gonna be. I want to see a lot of UK dudes for the TBV Appreciation Night, May 31st. It's the eve of AJ fight. I'm almost guaranteeing Eddie. I ain't see him yet, but once I see him, I know he's gonna say yes. I know he's gonna come through.
Keep your phone on you, man, because I gotta remind you, because you're gonna forget.
What?
You know because as soon as you get in front of Eddie, your mind start going every other place besides asking about coming on the show or asking about coming to the event. So.
We talked to him. Me and Ron talked to him about coming on the show the last time. He's like,
okay.
He gonna look at me and go, really? I give you more time than I give anybody. I should have fired back, not more than Coogan, but we kept it moving.
Yeah, man, we need an exclusive, bro. Like we need somewhere because. No, never mind. I don't even.
But real quick, with that being said, with Triple G signing with DAZN now officially, if you're a big Canelo fan, Triple G fan,
fanboy,
AJ fan, or a boxing
Triple
fan,
G all the time, bro. Like, come on, man, get out Triple G nuts, bro.
Nigga, I'm trying to talk about the DAZN. You sign up with DAZN with us, bro.
Oh yeah. Checking the description box, man, and hit that DAZN link.
How did you come for him like that?
I don't know. Apparently, I'm a big Triple G fan because I'm just saying he's now on DAZN. Sign up with DAZN. But go ahead, Mike.
But yeah, sign up with DAZN. Check out in our description box. We have a hyperlink that you can use and get the first month free. And if you sign up, we get a little kickback, so don't be shy. It's $9.99 money. After that, you get Golden Boy, you get Matchroom, and also you get the World Boxing Super Series. And you can head over to ThaBoxingvoice.com/affiliate sponsors. Click on that Amazon link, bookmark that link, save that link, and do all your shopping through that link. It costs you absolutely nothing, but we do get a little kickback every time you use that link. Also, we have a Showtime hyperlink that shows boxing, all kind of good original shows, and it's like $7.99 a month and the first week free. So if you like boxing and you like good content on Showtime, including Dazn and Mero, one of my favorite shows, you can check out that Showtime link and do a little signing up through that.
Thank you, Mike. You did a great job.
Also, we got an event next weekend, man. Border Wars, man, is going down. March 15th, Canadian Jose, Eric Cruz, my guy, Joseph Rodriguez Garcia, the brother Matt, is going to be on there against what's the guy's name again? Ness. He's kind of tall. He's got braids. My bad, big homie. I forget your name. One Eye Willie. One Eye Willie, nigga. Yeah, One Eye Willie. Big up One Eye Willie, man. He's going down with Joseph, little brother Matt. So if you're in Dallas, Texas, man, show us some love, man. Pull up on us, you know what I'm saying? Throw us a little blunt or two. Throw a little, you know what I'm saying? Because I don't know nobody in Texas. I may know like one or two people, but they don't smoke weed. So I'm going to need some green when I get in Texas, man. So big up, Mike.
OMV, who's using our Amazon affiliate link to shop and get his mic on. He coming for Jack is the Velda. Anyway, I'm your host, Nesta Gibbs. Find me on Instagram and Twitter at NestGTO. Don't forget to subscribe right here to the YouTube channel. We crossed over to 98,000. We're on the hunt for that 100K. So help us achieve it. Tell a friend to sign up. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. Sign up to Patreon to help us continue to bring you coverage from around the world. And we will be back, as I believe Ron said, to do a Gennady Golovkin show. We'll probably obviously do the Anthony Yard live fight chat, and we have to do the Patreon-only betting show. Peace.
In addition to that, you can find Ranji FIQ. We need an LA correspondent. If you're in the West Coast, want to help us out, go to the fights, go to the place, do what Jack the Truth does, J Hardcore, Ness, me, LA correspondent. Hit us up, please.
It's Vegas too, man. Our Vegas guy slacking in his magnet. Right now, I could situate the proper Vegas correspondent in the gym of Marcos Maidana. Your dreams could come true.
Yo, that's dope. So please hit us up, man.
The Marcos Maidana, the El Chino, the Marcos Maidana, him.
Yeah, isn't it cheap for UK dudes to fly to Vegas?
I don't know, Jackie. Look at the price.
No, it's cheaper to fly to New York.
New York.
Oh, New York. Well, that's good for the appreciation night. Save the date, May 31st, rooftop, liquor included, Passover hors d'oeuvres, big name celebrity guests. Last appreciation nights had guests like Deontay Wilder, Mauricio Suleiman, Hank Peter Quillen,
Nestor Gibbs,
Jordan Hardy, Caleb Plant,
Enrique Church.
Enrique Church. Who else was there?
Legendary Baby.
Legendary Baby.
Oh yeah.
Yo, so many, man. I mean, you know, I got to go through the list. What's the Sosa crew? Light heavyweight. Damn.
Lennox
Marcus
Allen.
Brown.
Lennox Allen. No, Lennox Allen's not light heavyweight. That's the one that just won.
Super middleweight.
That was the bet I gave y'all, and y'all all made money that week. And I was in Jamaica, didn't make no money.
Yeah. Follow me on IG at Gross1911 or on Twitter at Gross2312.
Called y'all at 7 a.m. Jamaica time.
It's been another
best fighting.
It's been another good show. Jack came on to, you know, kill Nez. He came up, run all at the same time. He had you all at the same time. So Jack done the UK proud today. So yeah, catch you guys on the next one.
If y'all want to see your
Jack
king,
the UK would still say that he won, bro. That's just
I originally came on to body account with all the talk he was talking yesterday, but you see, we're like,
yeah, if y'all want to see your king,
They blended because it's about Wilder. So when it's about Wilder, they've transformed together and become the Wonder Twins. You know,
that's it.
Go check out the last 30 seconds of last night's show. It puts a con in the best light you can imagine.
Do that? Why do you have to do that? It was late. It was late UK time last night. It was late.
Look. If you want to see blood, just put Yard versus Buatsi in the topic.
Oh man!
Then we'll see how well you guys get along. Let's see how long y'all really get along. Okay, y'all best friends now, huh? Y'all best friends. Uh-huh.
Anyway, my final thoughts: Wilder, make better decisions. Peace.
Oh shit! NO, did we ever go back to NO on the
Nope. We sure did. Nope.
We never leave a man behind, man. Never leave a man behind.
Man, it was good, man. I knew my dog Ness wasn't gonna leave me out there on Gilligan Island. You heard me? You know what I'm saying? See, bro, Mike. See, dog, you gotta go down now when we get to Dallas, bro. You heard me?
I know with me, big dog. Hey, I don't fuck with no. I don't play around.
Man, look, like I said, bro, we're gonna lock in. I gotta hook up with my dog R&V too. You know, we know how to get down with that crawfish and all that shit. You heard me? It's gonna be me, man. See, bro, we gotta get the UK panel down there, man. They gotta make their way to Dallas, man. How big that fight is out there? They interested in that shit? Oh, you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to see like what the temperature is in the UK for like fights like that. You know what I'm saying?
I can come.
New York. We
They
don't want to see.
Oh, y'all don't want to see Smith and Garcia?
No.
Yeah, they don't follow boxing out there, man. See, that's what I'm saying, but they don't follow boxing out there, bro.
That's crazy. Y'all not interested in that for real?
We're not interested in flying out there to go and watch.
No, we're interested in watching it. We're watching it.
Oh, okay.
No,
we're not interested in flying out there.
I'm talking about like. I'm saying like, is the UK public like interested in fights like that, like those domestic fights in the US?
Well, they did say
sure, but
they did say Porter Ugas has no UK TV as of yet.
Yeah, it's not being shown in the UK.
Yeah, it's being shown on the zone, though.
It's on the zone, yeah.
On the zone.
It's on the zone,
Oh, word.
Yeah, it's on the zone in other countries. Yeah.
See, that's crazy. Shit, bro. Shit, I forgot all about that fight, man. Like, man, they don't have no push behind that fight, bro.
I mean, there nobody really wanted this fight, man? So it's up to Ugas to like upset the apple cart. Nobody wanted him here.
But guess who covered it last night? TBV put in that work.
Yeah, look, I saw an interview with Kenny Porter yesterday, bro. Kenny talking real greasy right now.
Yeah, I heard that shit, bro.
Yeah, he called out Earl from what I seen.
Yeah, definitely called out Earl.
He called out Earl. But it also ended in or Pacquiao.
And like he kind of like called out Crawford, but it was like, it's too hard to make, something like that.
But look, the Pacquiao part, because the interview he kind of pushed that on him, but he wasn't really talking about Pacquiao. It was like right after the fight, they flying straight to Dallas. Right after the fight. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know.
Yo, but you know what though? I started that.
I
started that though, because if you go to my interview on the Top of the Dream Hotel with Ken Porter, I'm letting him know, like, yo, what's the status now? They talk rumor about Mikey Garcia and Earl Spence being pay-per-view. They ain't offer Sean Porter no pay-per-view to do a fight with Earl Spence. Y'all would have took that. They ain't offer Danny that. Like, that's what I'm saying. They were saying people ducking Earl, but offer Mikey a pay-per-view. Like,
True.
anybody would fight fucking Earl on pay-per-view.
On pay-per-view, that's true, because the residual. We got a super chat real quick before we get out of here. Drop that beat for me real quickness. I want to feel it real quick. Let me feel that beat.
Right now, I wonder how you
drop the beat for me, man. Damn, you can't drop me a beat?
What beat?
The fucking outro beat.
I didn't even know you asked for that, bro. I'm like,
bro, I just said drop the beat before I read the super chat. Thank you, Ryan.
I thought Ryan was gonna keep it playing. He must.
No, he can't count it.
He must know
Here
that.
we go, Ryan. All right.
Shit.
Talk
Give me
over it.
something,
Like talk
somebody.
over it. Talk over it. Like
Can somebody give me a beat? Give me the outro beat.
Yo,
Nah, Ryan, I ain't feeling that shit no more beat. I don't feel that shit no more, Ryan. Fuck that.
Yo, how you don't got Skype, man? If you got an iPhone, an Android phone, you know, some sort of smartphone, you could download Skype, man.
Rod Nell says, how can we join the show to debate the facts?
To him, dog. He said he don't even got Skype. How else you gonna join the show? I mean, you
No. What he's saying is, how can he construct his own show? Go over to the Patreon or ThaBoxingvoice.com or Patreon, right? And you can like make your own show and like you become like a mastermind. You can like pick the topic you want to talk about.
.com/on-demand.
There you go.
Hey, real quick. Dazn ain't in the UK.
No, it's not.
Yeah, that's all you gonna tell them this? You ain't gonna tell them what kind of person they go over to ThaBoxingvoice.com/on-demand. You can like construct your own show. If you want to be a host on the show, you can add that perk to it. If you want to add callers, you can add that perk to it. You can add the topic. The show is like 30 minutes, and then you can add time after that. So if you want to construct your own show and build your own show,
if you ever want to see Jack versus Akan, you know, Joshua
Buatsi,
you could do that, you know, and then you can bring yourself on because you know you can be.
If you want to see Mike smoking this ass,
Nobody wants to see a con crying on
Thurman versus Crawford any day of the week. I eat him.
I mean, Jack, you've done well. Jack, you've done well today.
Pound for pound king over anybody in the ring. Pound for pound king over anybody in the ring. Fulani, he wanted. We'll take that motherfucking IBO off his motherfucking waist.
Hey,
Keith Thurman, he wanted. WBA off his waist. Earl Spence, he wanted. IBF off his waist too.
Yo.
Sean Porter, you wanted. WBC undisputed 147.
Wanted. Thulani Minge wanted. Why you ain't calling him out though?
I just said Thulani, didn't I? We take all 5 belts, bro. Undisputed 147, homie. Know how we do. 140 ain't no difference, baby.
Thulani, man. Thulani like
who won't smoke with Crawford, bro? All these niggas ducking.
Thulani like 6'4", y'all ducking.
Man, let's get on to this bench show, man. I'm trying to win some money today, bro. Y'all niggas don't want no smoke with me.
Y'all ducking Thulani though. How you find out a boxer's height on BoxRec? Do they show it?
Mention
How about you Google the nigga?
Ugas is tall.
How about you Google the nigga? Yeah.
Ugas is tall compared to Please look that up online.
How do Ugas make 147? That nigga look like he rip.
He is tall as hell. Look that up.
We out. Ugas for the upset.